Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I am Cole Wolfrun and we are back with Season 2 of our Dragon Age TTRPG, this one titled Dragon Age The Wolf Guard. Obvious reasons for that. If you watch Season 1, you know exactly what our party's intentions are involving the Dread Wolf. We have a new player for this season that we have Dove Uncaged, who is joining us as a... Well, why don't you tell us about who you're playing a little bit?
Oh, I'm going to do that now. I am going to be playing Ysera, who is a... brain, work, please, and also device. Who is a Kunari sorcerer, also magic user, you know, all that good stuff. And I guess that's, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll get into more later.
Anything else you want? I was like, what do you want me to reveal? I can reveal more if you want.
And everyone else is playing their same characters from last campaign. Very luckily on Ulrich's part, or on Gabby's part, because Ulrich almost died and then had to go through the joining and rolled really well to not die, becoming a Grey Warden. And now Gabby has been going through about a year's worth of Grey Warden training. And the party have all been doing different things since we last left off, where the parties, with the help and sacrifice of the hero Ferelden, defeated Andruil, meaning there are only 3 living Evanuris left. Our dear... Well, we're going to get into what they were doing and let them explain it to their friends. So, where we're going to pick up is Ellie. You and Ulrich are sitting at the docks in the city of Amaranthine, waiting for a Kunari airship to come and pick you up, but you're waiting for some of your other friends to show up. Ulrich, you have officially graduated your training, and you are now a full-on warden, not a warden recruit ranked anymore. And Ellie oversaw your training.
I'm so proud.
And you two have just been sitting there for like 10 minutes. I'm going to imagine, as the characters are, Ellie just talking, and Ulrich just nodding. And as you guys are just sitting there, hanging out, talking, you hear creaks on the wood of the docks. It's about 2 a.m. No one else is supposed to be here. And you guys turn and you see Miralyn walking up to you. It's the first time you guys have seen her in almost a year.
Hey, Mira.
Her hair is longer and she's wearing like a traditional keeper's outfit. Like full daylish.
Oh, creators. Mira, you look stunning.
Hello. I feel stiff, but sure. Hello. How is everyone? I see, I don't actually know how to broach the whole Grey Warden need to know thing. How are you?
I'm not a recruit anymore.
He graduated. I'm so proud of him.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. Congratulations. Is there like another option though? Like you've already done the thing, so do you just?
Well, I
feel like it's a streamlined
of the
path.
Inquisition, so and Grey Wardens are all I got now. So just gonna work with it.
No more paperwork, at the very least.
Well,
for now,
if you'd like responsibility, I have some. I have some responsibility that I would happily give if you'd like some.
The paperwork is definitely something I do not miss as being an officer. I'll say that much.
Somewhere Cullen sneezes.
Yes.
But yeah, for Mira, for your point of reference, Ulrich, he was already looked like a tired guy. He looks like it's been a year, so he's probably more used to it. But he does look more tired than what you are used to him looking.
She's trying not to comment on it.
Yeah.
She's so
that's kind of
observant.
like the most significant difference about him is he is a lot more tired looking than he was a year ago when you last saw him.
Ah. Well, how much... Qualifying question, Cole. How much do we know of why we're meeting at this dock?
You all got a message from Amaris telling you that Bambi has been taken by the Venatori, and he knows where. And also, things are stirring in the south, and the Kunari are ready to begin their defense. So, you guys know you're waiting for the Aeroshock and Amaris in an airship.
Okay.
And
definitely Mira has a thing of cookies for the Aeroshock. Side note. She will be keeping that favorite spot. She planned ahead. I just wanted to know, so as far as like she is like observing both of them because she has not seen them in a while and she is excited to see them, but there is like a nervous undertone to all of her actions. She is, I think, very, very worried. It takes a lot to pull Mira from Arlethan right now. And so I think Bambi being in danger is probably the only reason that she's here.
And as you three are standing there, just like kind of chit-chatting, you hear louder creaks as you see two horned figures walking up the dock. One you guys recognize immediately as Thorn, Warden Captain, but there is a somewhat younger-looking Kunari walking with him. And I will go ahead and let
Mira looks between Ellie and that girl immediately. It's like, huh? Like, Mira's confused. She's had no updates from anyone.
Thorn's like at all. Thorn sees Ellie or Mira do that, and he's like, nope. But at this point, I will let Dove describe Ysera.
Sure. You see, as Cole said, a younger Kunari, but not... I don't know how many of you would be good at judging Kunari age.
Ellie,
younger than Thorn, which isn't saying much. Sure. Mid-30s, 6'5", pretty typical build for a Kunari. She's got pink and kind of purplish hair. It's very, think like highlights streaked, kind of, but not harshly. It's all kind of everything's mild with coloring. So and it's done clearly. There's some care taken to have it done around her horns, which have kind of like rings wrapped around them with engravings on them, and clearly meaning something. She's, like I said, built like a typical Kunari, but not to the extreme of like Thorn. Like, she's muscular because that's just typical, but not anything extreme. Trying to think what else. Her clothing just seems kind of well made. Traveling, blues, silvers. She kind of tends to have... it's a dress, but like dress tunic kind of vibe, but with leggings and stuff. You know, very clearly dressed for doing work, not, you know, anything fancy, but well made, very, very well made. And she does wear on her cloak, there is a somewhat medallion that you, especially those of you with anything connected with the Wardens, would recognize as a symbol of the Wardens. But it's not like the typical blazonly worn. It's just clearly just part of her typical clothing.
I will say, Ellie and Ulrich, you guys look at her. She's wearing Warden colors and Warden identifiers, but she's not wearing Warden mage robes. No. Or any, like, uniform of the Wardens, unlike the two of you and Thorn. Thorn now wearing his Grey Warden full plate as he's been promoted to captain. He's, like, moving kind of awkward, and he's, like, looking at me and goes, oh, right, Mira's here, too. Good. This is Ysera. She's our new recruit in more than one way. She's an expert
I'd
on
say-
blight and the cute.
She
Things that are very
offhandedly is
helpful
like,
for
"Well,
us.
don't sound so excited.
Uh,
Does he ever?
this is
Yes.
Yeah.
this is
What does the fade look like around her?
what does the fade
What
look
does
like
the
around
veil
her?
look like?
Oh, that's actually an interesting
What
point.
vibe?
Being a
What vibe do I
being
get?
a
I
Sarah,
didn't know.
technically being a Cerebos, you see like
Fade vibe check.
you kind of see like flames and lightning in the fade around her, as well as what looks like
Cool.
little spirits of dragons circling her.
Okay.
And Thor just goes, "This has been a long ride. We came here straight from Amaranthine, and oh look, the Illuvians stopped working. And Ysera's a warden recruit, and provided she performs well on this mission, we'll actually maybe get to go through her joining."
Oh.
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 Like the proper order, not the way Ulrich
That was
did
an
it.
option?
I mean, usually it is
you.
not. You got a
Not when you
field
didn't keep
promotion,
your
darling.
mouth open.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Semantics.
Her father's an old friend of the... Well, her father is a warden as well. And he was not too happy. So...
Ysera's just watching all of these exchanges. You almost get the vibe that she's been told to keep her mouth shut for at least 5.2 seconds. She's just kind of watching all of it, just taking it all in.
And from...
We're just generally overwhelming, to be fair.
And then from behind you, Ulrich, you should... Alright! Yo! You guys...
No.
As Ogren waddles up.
Warden Commander.
Yeah, Warden, Lieutenant. Welcome.
Give me strength.
Thorn looks at you, Ysera, and goes,
I don't even have
"That's-"
gods to pray to anymore. Can I
Or
borrow?
give you strength.
But Thorn does lean to you, Ysera, and goes, "That's Warden Commander Ogren. I told you about him on the way." Thorn, how you doing? And he's just sitting there. He's got ale in his beard, and he is just... I just came to see you guys off. Wasn't that
God.
fucking Canary boat supposed to be here by now?
Maybe it sensed
I
you were
am-
here and decided to skip port.
You're funny. I like your short stuff. As Ogren is an inch shorter than you.
Mira's looking down at both of them like,
And
interesting.
Yes, if it wasn't obvious to you, Sarah's, Ulrich is a dwarf. Very grumpy.
Yeah, there we go,
dwarven
yeah.
man.
None of us describing our
In case it
characters.
wasn't clear to you.
we will get to
I think I established that to
I
Dove.
think it's pretty... Ellie is also a...
He did give me the
elf.
list.
Yeah, I gave him a list of what you guys were playing. I gave her a
Nice,
list.
nice.
Cole did fill me on that much where it'd be like, okay, I'm not working completely blind in.
Perfect. Just making sure.
Ogren does look at...
You're fine.
He looks at Ellie and Thor, and then just looks at her. Ulrich, you're the only Grey Warden of Ferelden here, so you gotta write me reports, send them back. Ellie, you're technically... Ellie, you are a warden of the Anderfell, so the first warden, you answer to him. So Ulrich still must fill out reports.
I am once again very
Still
happy to
stuck
not
with
be.
fucking paperwork.
I am
Lit-
once again happy to not be part of these organizations.
I had to do paperwork when I was just a warden. Oh shit.
I'll teach you how to make it less painful.
Ogren just sets on another, and then just turns around. Alright, bye. And just walks away after
Mira has been just looking up.
he tosses something over his shoulder to Ulrich. He tosses a sending stone that just like lands in your hand perfectly somehow.
I'm okay.
He's
Yep.
a very
I'm not surprised.
competent.
Not the first
drunk.
time I've got one of these.
You
Ogren's
get
that
fun shit like that. You get fucking paperwork. This is bullshit. Where's my fucking sending stone?
Thorn.
In the
Thorn-
Anderfels,
You know
I
what
would
this means? That
assume.
he can also bother me,
Ugh.
right? Like, he could probably just drunk call me, and I'm the one stuck with that. Be thankful you're not stuck with that.
I think
Actually,
that
kind of, if you could have it in a box or something, then it wouldn't be able to be heard as much. If you're looking for
Your
ways-
mic's real.
Yeah, couldn't hear
Yeah.
stuff.
Sorry,
You
I'm
didn't pick up.
cutting out because I have a cat who decided to fly.
Sorry.
Just if you could always shove them in a sock, and it keeps things quiet. Just in case you're wondering.
I also
Ulrich,
think
put it
Mars-
down your
I had to
pants.
No,
Like
don't
nipple
do
it between
that.
your balls.
I do not.
No,
I do not need
no,
the image.
Stop,
No.
stop talking about Ulrich's
No.
balls. Stop. Stop. Stop.
Thorn just Thor types in.
I would be
Yeah,
the best
that's-
place for
that's
it.
Dor- that's
I
Dorian's
had to
job.
be so responsible for so long, and now I feel like a child again. Stop. Stop.
But if it rings, it'll vibrate.
No.
Oh, Ulrich, give it to me. I'll put it in my pants.
Thor
No.
takes it from Ulrich and just goes, I can hold on to this. And he puts it
Put it in your
his
balls.
He puts it in his pack.
No.
I
Nope.
don't like the way you're phrasing that. You're phrasing that very wrong.
Thorn just says, I don't think anyone wants anything of Ogren's anywhere near their balls.
No, especially not that man.
The
All
only-
right, you know what? Touche. There's a good point there.
As you guys are,
between Thor and the group, trying to figure out, is this for real?
Thorn just he just nods, he goes, you'll get used to it.
No, you won't.
They are quite competent, despite,
Sometimes.
gestures broadly. He's like, you haven't met the worst one.
What?
Mira.
What? Sometimes. Sometimes we are competent. Sometimes we are not.
Oh. Got some.
I'm being
We're
pragmatic.
competent like 90% of the time.
That is still sometimes. That is not 100.
She's not wrong there.
Do you think the 10% is a bit negligible?
No.
Not.
No, do you remember
Oh,
what's happened to the
no.
10%? Ulrich became a Grey Warden.
Yeah, but he's still alive, isn't he?
Why?
Yep.
Again, Ysir just leans over to Thorn. And why is it bad that he's a Grey Warden?
Well, he didn't exactly plan on it. He was a high-ranking officer in the Inquisition. Got blighted really bad in our last battle. I had no choice but to bring him here and put him through the joining.
Oh,
Well, I also had the choice of just letting it take me, so I really put myself in this position.
And as
Take, I think.
you all are saying this, you see the water move, but nothing on it.
Okay.
And then the boat
What?
fizzles into existence from invisibility.
Oh.
And you see standing atop,
With all tits.
and the landing raft comes down, and standing at the top of the landing raft, making a dramatic entrance, you guys see Amaris.
There's the competent part.
So, since
no,
we're doing that,
hey.
Dia, if you could describe
Mira, I'm gonna
Amaris.
push you off this dock.
Eh,
Friends.
I've had to be so responsible for so long.
I killed a dragon.
You did.
Alright, so Amaris, you have landed, you see your friends, all being their usual selves. Thorn rubbing the bridge of his nose as per usual, and a very confused looking other Kunari standing between them all.
yeah.
The man that you see
We
coming
got a
down,
friend.
the man that you see coming down onto the dock appears to be human male, above average height, clad very finely in Vitaventa fashion, embossed black and green leathers. He has sort of the sides of his head shaped in a very long rope-like braid, well past his waist, and he looks like he has freshly shaven stubble too. When he walks past, the scent of him carries this sort of dark floral smokiness that indicates he must have had some bakor in his hair very recently. Very well put together. And there is very fine sort of gold and filigree, like body ornamentation, pauldrons, sort of brace, that could be easily mistaken for fashion, but those who would know Amaris would realize there's most likely some protective enchantments woven into that as well. As he steps forward and greets everyone in kind, he actually hugs Marilyn first, before anyone else.
She's very excited.
No,
she
that
was
makes
awkward
sense.
with
I
everyone
can't even
else.
be mad. That makes sense.
We've sent letters back and forth and actually kept in touch. Nobody else talked to her, so she's
For a letter?
nobody. One in which she could tell you were being cagey. There was one. We rolled for it. We rolled for it. You sent her a
We
letter,
did.
and she rolled to see if you were lying, and you were. And that was the only thing she ever got. But anyway, she hugs Amaris.
I was busy.
Alive and well, all of you.
I was busy.
Some more than most.
Yes.
Hello, Amaris.
Ulrich.
Amaris.
He sort of clasps arms with Ulrich and greets Ellie, in the same way as Marilyn, but more gently.
How are
And
you
you
doing,
guys?
Amaris?
He gives you like that look, and that very like sharp smile that you've seen before, which tells you he is doing his level best to be so polite, but he is ready to strangle anyone at the slightest inconvenience.
Sounds right.
Oh, and Davaro, he asked you, Sarah, who's this?
Oh, sorry. I was responding to your message.
A new face.
Yes, Sarah. Hi.
Grey Warden
Sarah.
recruit.
Warden Yasero, but be the correct
No.
number. Not yet.
No. No. Yeah. No. And glancing at Thorn and the other two wardens, like, I'm not getting in trouble for that one. No. No. Just Yasera's fine for now. I'm here to help with.
She's an expert on the Cune
Stuff.
and the Blight. Felt like
Oh my god,
Yeah.
no, we need that. He will grasp arms with you politely in greeting, and you'll notice there are several rings on his fingers, the largest stone of which appears to be on an engagement band that is a very light blue sapphire.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
take me to church.
You guys you're definitely picking up. There's this slight, like, trying to be, yeah, I know what I'm doing, but also clearly this is not her comfort zone right now, and she's still trying to figure things out.
I think
But
That's what I look
definitely
like.
grabs.
Ulrich's
definitely
gonna lightly
grabs.
tap on her side because of how fucking tall she is. He can't exactly just whisper to her, so he kind of taps on
Yeah.
her side, brings her. Don't worry, you'll get used to how boisterous this group is. It's been a year, and I'm still not used to it, even though, yeah. So don't worry about it. You don't have to get comfortable immediately.
I've spent a lot of time in a library. I do. Sorry.
I spend most of my time map making, so I get you.
Oh, really?
While they're having their little conversation, she does message Amaris and is like, "This one's magic." She's excited.
Oh boy.
We are going to have the most wonderful conversations. And also, we will need her input on the thoughts about Ulrich and the dreams. We need to loop her in on what we were discussing in regards to that and whether now we can pull them into ours. That would
Oh,
be very
right.
Yeah, Sarah misses all this in a total like asking all about, like, what maps, where have you drawn map, like, completely. If allowed, she's
Thorn.
completely distracted now.
Thorn
She is very
is looking up at
Got
the
you.
sky, and he's like, "Oh
Now
no!"
Ulrich is thrown up like, oh boy.
Thorn goes, "Oh no, he got us
He's like,
started.
oh no, another youth is attaching to me. Oh shit.
He got us started."
It's not even that. It's attaching to the maps. It's just the maps.
She's a nerd.
Ellie's just gonna rub Thorn's arm very gently.
He's just gonna lean down,
Hi.
give Ellie a forehead kiss, and be like, "Sorry, I was gone for a few weeks. Had to deal with some stuff."
I see that. You picked up a friend for us.
And more.
And more.
Well, the Ben Hasrath have... They've got ogres, and they've been attacking the Endofels. At least we think it's the Ben Hasrath. Also, there was a really big Kunari who was glowing like he was lyrium everywhere, blasting spells. So I don't know how the Ben Hasrath got lyrium, but it seems they've got it. So that's something for us to worry about.
Bigger than the Arashok.
Sure.
About the size of an
Why-
ogre. He was about ogre size.
Why the fuck not?
He kept growing as he was eating the lyrium.
Oh, like enlarged, like the spell?
He kept getting bigger as he kept consuming lyrium, getting bigger. Thankfully, Warden Commander Carver is very good at killing ogres, and the two of us.
Fair.
Anyways, we should probably get on the boat. And don't we
Oh,
have
right.
don't we have a Bambi to rescue?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do have a Bambi to
We
rescue.
do.
How did he manage to get caught? We can talk about it on the boat. We can talk about it on the boat.
And as you
Update me on the boat.
as you guys are walking up the boat, Ysera, everyone seems very calm when they get to the top. Seeing sitting in a very traditional Kunari throne, you see the Arashok himself sitting on a chair.
I run up with cookies.
Thorn did not tell you the Arashok was going to be here. The
Mira
Arashok.
runs up. No pause. She just...
So
it's so nice to see you again.
The Arashok stands up, and he looks at the cookies, and he goes, "Many thanks, Miralyn." And he hugs her. I have been practicing southern greetings of ones you hold affection for.
He barely probably touched her. Her whole back cracked. She's having a great day. She's like, this was perfect. She's been so stressed. She's
Literally
like,
on
Those are the best hugs.
You're so welcome. This is so good. You're so good at this. This is so good. And she gets let down because she's so small that I think that hug probably picked her up. So she's like, that was lovely. Thank you.
So he looks around the group, nods at Thorn, sees Ysera, and just looks at you and just nods his head. Partner Haydon.
He just does like the slight head bow and then glances at Thorn and
Thorn's got a big
Really?
shitty. He's got a shitty
Bury
grin
the
on his
lead.
face. He's like, "Oh right, should I have told you about that?"
the minute he looks away, elbows super hard into this, just right in the right spot that she probably would know. Okay, jerk.
Right. The Arashok looks at all of you, greets all of you kindly. He has been practicing Ferelden or Elysian cultures, ruffles Ulrich's hair. Because he's seen people do that to children, and he thinks it's just for short people.
This is the best day. I
I'm gonna
can't
let you
wait
get
to tell
away with
Bambi
that
about
one.
it.
Have
I'm gonna let
I?
you get away with that one.
Have
but
I
never pat
offended?
my head again.
My apologies. I was told by Warden Thorn this was normal, and Ogren never seemed to
Looks to
take
Thorn.
offense. He asked. I said if Ogren didn't mind, then clearly it was okay.
Maybe just for
That's Ogren!
The Arashok thinks for a second and goes, "It is true. Ogren is an idiot." And then he walks over, clasps arms with Thorn, clasps arms with Ellie, and he looks at Ysera, and he's like, because he's about 8 feet tall, he like kind of lowers his head down a little, kind of looks at you. Your face is familiar to me. Did you leave the Qun, or were you born outside?
well, technically born outside. My parents left? No.
Is
Yeah.
that impolite to ask? She's back to not knowing enough about anything, and she is going to Ulrich and being like, "Is that impolite? That feels impolite."
Technically,
Honestly, this is not a situation I'm familiar with, so I have no clue.
Okay.
my parents sort of left. And I was little.
He
Hi, I'm Ysera.
kind of looks you up over, and then he looks over at Thorn. Her mother's Talvashoth, her father Vashoth, born outside the Cune. Don't know.
Yeah, that.
Don't know.
She's a little starstruck, okay? A little confused.
He just. Anan Isan Cune. And then he just walks away and goes back and sits in his chair. There are two Antom, massive, big, just standing guard next to his throne as he is sitting there. And he undoes the packaging, takes a big whiff of the cookies. I have missed this. Just begins, and he just is very delicate with every cookie, savoring every bit of it. So, Sarah, you're seeing the Arashok, a man you grew up kind of being afraid of, daintily eating cookies.
After hugging a tiny elf.
And giving a dwarf a
Yeah.
head pat.
And
True.
you see a pair of muddy boots kicked up on a chair. You can't see the head, but you do. Oh, nice of all of you to join us as this chair spins.
Motherfucker.
Oh!
And a dwarf with an open shirt with a hairy chest holding a crossbow, long, kind of graying hair, short beard. He's actually let his beard grow a little bit. It's like, happiness. I'm sure you're all happy to see me. Hey, Stony.
Hi, Derek.
Sunflower, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. You should come see Arlathan sometime. Meryl misses
I
you.
feel like that'd be a bad idea for me. I just don't know why. In jokes that don't actually work in this canon, but work for Valecar. And he goes, oh, you must be, and this dwarf walks up to you, you start, you must be Ysera. Heard a lot about you. Holds out a hand, Veric Tethris.
It takes her a moment because she's still like, everything's shy of a facepalm when she's like, she'd really like to kill Thorn right now. And then
Have you ever read Harding and Hightown?
I think you need to, Ysera, being someone who loved books,
Yeah.
roll a history check, roll history.
I want to know. Do you
Okay.
read the smut?
First roll of the new season.
It's a history
And it's
check,
her smut.
Find out
And
if she
it's-
knows about Hard.
Hightown.
but you get,
Roll for smutty literature.
It's what we deserve.
Roll for smut.
It's
it's a
perfect.
24.
you have read,
Yes!
you've read every novel,
Girl knows
every
smut.
volume of Hard and Hightown. You've read every volume of Swords and Shields. You've read all of so you're starstruck at the Arashok, and then you look down and see world-renowned author Veric Tethris offering his hand for a shake.
We're dorks with
Hi.
connections.
Shakes hand, and the minute like the elbows Thorn again, just same spot.
Ow! What was that one for? I didn't know you knew him.
Stop hitting my boyfriend.
Boyfriend.
You knew that.
Huh?
I told
Hi.
you.
Officially?
No,
Yes.
that part, whatever.
But Veric's just got a big smile. Don't worry. I'm used to the big lug. It's like, nice to meet you. Heard you're an expert on the blight.
I don't know if I'd say expert, but I know quite a bit. I'll try.
I'm sure you'll fit right in. Also, if you're nervous around meeting famous people, you might want to get ready. Because you read my book, the Tale of the Champion, I assume.
He glances at Thorn again and
Thorn puts his hand on his back, and you just hear, "I don't listen to him. That book is full of rubbish." And you turn around and see Mary and Hawk standing on the other end of the ship. Just all of
really
them.
not fair to my character. I'd like to point out this
Thorn
is not
takes a
fair to
big
my
step
character.
back.
No, it's not. It's not.
Fair at
And
all.
we're all just like, oh yeah, these people we met.
Listen, I'm fast tracking the party gathering part
It's
because
Tuesday.
they're
It's completely fair.
so.
But also,
Just another Tuesday.
you know, to be fair, she would be starstruck at this point and in shock on multiple fronts.
Yeah.
You're a shock, heart.
You see,
Okay.
and just for a little extra fun, I just rolled to see if this was going to happen. You hear a poof behind you, and you hear, amazed, bewildered, in wonderment at all of her idols in one room, and then, pff,
Cole,
Hi,
we talked
Cole.
about this. Hello, Cole.
What?
He does
So-
that
Cole.
a lot.
the Aeroshock
Or not.
slams his sword into the table. Bashara, you all have things to discuss as we depart.
Yes, we do. We
Correct.
have a Bambi to save.
Yes.
Does Sarah know who a Bambi is? Just clarifying, because that was not in my notes that you gave me.
Narcissus' nickname is Bambi.
Got
Bambi,
you.
no.
I was like, who the hell is this?
Fair.
All right.
That would be confusing.
I'm just saying, I'm like, who are we talking about?
Fair enough, fair enough.
I literally have the note, Bambi is in danger. Who the heck is Bambi?
That's fair.
All right. So
I am also a big note taker, just an FYI. So.
Love that
that's
for
good.
Fair.
So Amaris, the Airshock, the Antom literally pull chairs for all of you to sit in, and like don't let go of the chairs until you all sit down.
Am I even able to see above the table? 'Cause this
Yes,
is- I'm
yes.
assuming. Okay, thank God.
The Airshock is just sitting, and he nods to Amaris.
So, the reason we have called upon all of you today is, unfortunately, our little crow has gone missing. And it's only as of recently that we know where he is. The Venatori have seen fit to take up occupants in a fortress in the sky. We believe it to have been of elven make, to no one's surprise whatsoever.
Well, the Venatori are good at stealing shit.
Yes. And taking credit for things.
That too.
So
The
we
Airshot,
can get there.
that is to Vinter in general, taking credit for other people's. Anyways, no offense, Amaris.
None taken. We can get there, yes. This would not be the first flying ship we have been on board.
No, it is not. Let's just hope we don't get any flying beasties trying to attack us this time.
Do we know why they took him? Like, why? Why Bambi?
Amaris, you would know that they were experimenting on non-mages. But that's all you know.
As far as I'm aware, Narcisse does not carry any magical blood, and that usually serves as a good non-volatile vessel for experimentation. To what ends, we don't know just yet, but that was all we could find in the time given.
Fuck.
What kind of experimentation? Or just some kind?
Some kind blood magic would not be so surprising.
If it's Venatori, it's not going to be kind magic.
Thorn leans forward. And we've also gotten reports that they have kidnapped several Grey Wardens, mages and non-mages.
Well, that's news.
Including...
Do we...
And he looks up at Ellie, including Valana.
It's been long.
She went missing. We assume the Venatori took her because they took several of her team. But,
Yes.
I'm kind of surprised she didn't just kill them all in that case, but... So, Ellie, your and my orders, and by extension, I suppose, Oryx, are to find any surviving Grey Wardens in this prison and bring them home, if we can.
I don't.
What do we know about the prison? Entrance, forces inside, magical defenses. It's an elven prison in the sky.
Airshock looks up. We will be distracting them with our catlock, while you all sneak in via a smaller ship that will allow entrance to a spot that one of our dear ravens saw fit to find. I may dislike Zevran, but he is good at what he does.
Oh.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Not surprised. That makes sense.
Okay.
It will take us 3 hours to arrive at the prison.
Oh.
So 3 hours to come up with a plan of attack, or at least action for the rest of us going in.
Correct.
The Airshock stands up and he calls out in Kunlat, and immediately retract everything. Sails go up, ship fires up, and shoots straight up into the sky. A little different than last time. They've made upgrades with the help of Amaris and the Black Divine, giving them a little bit more magical equipment.
Fun.
And so also Ysera, Thornton neglected to mention this was an airship as well. So he was just like throwing you through a loop. And Thorn's just got this shit.
No, we met yesterday. He gave me this much, but this much, and none of it has been helpful in the last 30 minutes.
Love that.
So Thorn and Ysera, they kind of have they were the only two Kunari in the Grey Warden compound they grew up. So you guys can tell there's some rapport there, but he just smiles at her, covers his ribs. Just nope. Crosses his legs to cover other things. Just that part.
You watch for half a second him do that, and then you see his head shoot forward just a small smidgen, and then a little blur of fur as whatever caused that scamper off of his back. That's if you were watching.
I forgot about your pet. Oh, Ellie, you'll love this thing. You'll love this thing.
What thing?
Come on, Radish. And you'll see just a little
Radish.
Think literally if it was a bunny and a cat blended together, that is what you are seeing right now.
It's a cabot.
And all I have is a plushie art. It's a cabot. And it's just a little cabot that is very actually the same kind of coloring as my cat, basically, only with a little bit more white around the ears. And it's about that big. It's itty bitty. And it just kind of scampers around and then perches on her shoulder and just looks at y'all. That's it. Just kind of one ear up, one ear flop down. Just kind of now that he's been given permission to come out, he's paying it. He's visible. He just sits there. Radish. I apologize in advance. He likes sweets, points at the cookies that, well, the general direction that they were given, the bag.
The Aeroshock picks them up and
Sorry.
holds them like this. He then stands. Warden Thorn, we must speak. And Thorn says, right, I'll leave you all to your planning, because I'll be helping the Aeroshock, because chances are the Venatori are going to throw shit at us that's going to land on the ship. So I'll be staying back. You all will be going... 6 of you.
Oh.
Hawk and Varric are staying here with us. 6 of you are going to go rescue your friend. Well, 5 of you, I should say. It's almost like he's already here.
I was trying to guess. Like, who's the 6th person we're bringing with us?
It's almost like he's already here.
I was like, wait.
So...
Radish just waves his hand.
Yeah, that one. 6 of you.
There we go. Radish
There
is
you go.
included in that count. There we go.
So,
Hey, don't
Ever since this
exclude
tiny
Radish.
creature appeared, Marilyn has been watching it to figure out if there's a way that she can learn to turn into it. She's figuring it out.
last thing Aeroshock does is he throws down a map of the prison called the Ossuary. Still on the table. It's called the... it's just called the Sky Ossuary. They have multiple prisons.
Sure.
And lays it on the table. And the blueprints look as though it is just one big open area with lots of like floors on the sides going up. And the cells are on these very narrow floors.
That is problematic.
Yup. It's a bad time to say I'm not too fond of heights.
As you're several hundred, going on 1,000 feet in the air, yeah, probably.
You think this man has had good luck in heights before? All right. So, damn. That's a lot to... Ulrich is going to start, like, looking at the map. He's going to start actually, like, saving it in his own head. Because bringing this is not going to be the most ideal. So he is starting... Cartography mode is coming in. He is committing this to memory, looking at it, studying it, keeping in mind all the directions that are placed and any dimensions are written down. He is noting it all mentally.
Do we have any idea where Bambi is in this?
That's a good question.
We were about to pan over to...
Hunt.
We were about to pan over to Narcisse in a second, so... That'll be fun.
Yeah, I thought I had that. As Ulrich is doing his version of the studying the map, Ysera's in some ways basically doing the same thing, but it's clearly they're two different completely different methods of the same kind of concept. Like, she's just, the minute that hit the table, it is complete study mode, and Radish would probably have scampered down and be sitting like just right on the edge of the table, just almost like he's trying to study it as well, just running her finger. She'll reach out once in a while and try and run her finger around like the edges and trying to find, is the location where we are going to go in marked? Is anything like that?
It is.
Labeled?
There is a small area towards the back and bottom of the prison.
Okay.
That looks like it leads into... You can't really tell what room it is. You can't tell if it's like a kitchens. You can't tell if it's like a solitary confinement quarter, whatever. It's a very small room that only has one way in or out once you get into it.
Okay. Once she has a clear image, she's I'm going to use encode thoughts. And we're only a few hours out from this, right?
Yep.
Like, what, 2, 3?
3.
Okay. gonna hold off on that then. I'll hold off on encode thoughts just until like right before. But right before we go, she's going to then basically pull that and depending on how things go, that'll be what I decide. But I'm just like, just an FYI. Somebody help me remember that I'm going to do that because that's going to be important. Just possibly. It might not be. And if it isn't, cool. But if it is, it'll be handy to have. So there you go.
This would not be the first time we've encountered Venatori forces or elven ruins. We know to a degree what to expect. We know to expect mages. We know to expect wards and barriers.
I will do my best to keep my hands to myself. And we've been fairly successful recently with ancient elven ruins and devices in Arlathan, so it is possible that will come in handy to possibly disable or help find power sources. Does anyone else find the irony in the fact that we are sneaking in somewhere without our assassin? There's a certain irony to this, that we are having to jailbreak
Into a prison
the person that would be most successful at the thing. But I can do my best to identify and disable the elven wards.
I can help to make sure we don't get lost. Still studying the map.
I can take care of magic things.
That is
All
helpful.
of you could do that.
That is true. It is still helpful. She's trying to be so positive about you having a part in this because she recognizes so much that she was exactly this when they went into the deep roads. So she's like, I get it.
To be fair, this is also originally no. It was, hey, you're gonna come help him with this. Oh, by the way, a jailbreak. Okay.
Yeah.
If they're taking Grey Wardens, there's a chance there might be some Darkspawn potentially there.
True. Very true.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, there could be. We'll feel them when we get there.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be shocked if that is what happens if they've taken Grey Wardens to experiment on. I will not be surprised if they did something to make artificial Darkspawn.
I mean, they're Venatori, right? Venatori are kind of famous for demons, are they not?
They've put wings on Herlock before. I have spells of their blood. They attacked us last time. Those had to come from somewhere.
We did see what happened with Commander Gooseland and that sort of blight.
That's more attributed to Andrew more than anything else.
But he still...
Possibly. It was still the blight, just being wielded.
I don't know if the Venatori have the power to wield the blight.
But
she's thinking about all the elven gods that have been speaking in her head, and she is not saying anything, but she press X to doubt is her vibe right now.
I just think that we need to anticipate it, and we need to make sure that we prepare ourselves for something like that. If that is something that is happening, then Ellie and I should either take the lead or have one of us in the lead, one of us in the back to act as front and rear guard.
Yeah,
I like that idea.
Dove, what did you have? Question?
I was just going to ask, would I have knowledge of the Venatori being able to use the blight as a weapon like that?
I will say the wardens have been coming across Venatori. Obviously, there's the famous incident of the Venatori causing a warden commander to... The events of Inquisition with Warden Commander Clarel. That pops into your head. And somehow the demons were able to bind to blighted people, which is normally thought to not be possible. But you do know, Thorn did tell you the story of what happened to the hero Ferelden, Warden Commander Kuzland, and that he turned into a blight monster before he came back to his senses. And
But this group would already know about that.
yeah,
Correct?
they already know about that. One
Yeah.
thing you would actually know is recently there have been Darkspawn casting magic, but not in the way a normal emissary does. It was using red. They were using red lyrium.
Okay. I guess, yeah. Once there's a pause in all of this going back and forth, she would fill you guys in on. Red lyrium has been used by Darkspawn. At least it's being seen that way. Just maybe that's what you're thinking of.
Clarifying question from last time. Solus took the lyrium idol, right?
Yes. Solus took it from Andruil's
Okay.
corpse.
And we have seen the red lyrium effect that way a little bit with Kuzlin. Okay. Making sure that I'm not metaing that.
And before we continue that part of the conversation, we're actually going to pay a visit to the Sky Ossuary and Narcisse. Narcisse, you awaken in your cell. The bar is magically charged as usual. You have been alone, except for whenever Zara Renata comes to mess with you. And you wake up and you're not restrained for the first time. And the bars, like, they keep magical things in and out. So now's your chance to try and escape.
I think after months of this, he's cautious. You know, it's the learned helplessness of, you know, the psychological experiments. He is the puppy here. And it takes him probably about 10 minutes to decide to get up and walk very cautiously towards the bars.
As you walk, you feel two hands grab your shoulder. No! Can't touch it. Can't go through it. It will hurt me! And you've never heard this voice before. You have no idea what this is.
Yeah, I'm gonna spin around immediately, going to try and, like, do a, like, hit.
You spin, and this being catcher, and it is a glowing purple fog at first that is taking physical shape, and it takes your physical shape. No, I can't be here. They put me here.
What are you?
What are you? Not a mage, no. What are you?
The fuck?
And he just... No, they put me in you. And then you remember Zara Renata having Tevinter Templars force feed you red lyrium for months. And then the last time they did it, something felt different about it. And you also look down at your hands, and the red lyrium that was coming out of your arms and your hands is all gone. You are no longer slowly turning into red lyrium because whatever they were doing worked. The creature just pulls his face extra close to yours. I am spite.
What are you, a demon?
Like, kind of cocks his head in a weird way. Yes, you would think so.
Spite is a demon, huh? Pretty pathetic for a demon.
Twists his head. Well, you're the one who was weak enough to get stuck with me then. So perhaps we become stronger together and kill her. And you see Ilario's face flash before your eyes. Him.
pact with the demon.
No.
I've made worse.
Ah, you're fun. I like you. And then you look out, as you kind of like, Spike turns his head and like looks outside. All of the Tevinter Templars are dead.
Was that you?
No. Someone took our fun.
We'll find more.
And now we go back to the rest of the party. So yay! Narcisse has spite. Lucanus has saved his fate, only for his boyfriend to be cursed with it.
Whoop.
As you do.
And last thing, spite goes in your mind, and he starts looking into your memories, and he goes, "You gave yourself up to save him?"
In my defense, I didn't know that was what I was doing, but...
Love is strange. And then that's where we're going to end. So already divergence in the timeline, as Narcisse Cantori has taken the place of Lucanus de la Morte as the being possessed by spite.
Very fun.
Love that for him.
And now we're back to the rest of the party, studying, talking, figuring things out. Yeah, Dove, everyone's romanceable. Just so you know, everyone's romanceable.
It's true.
I think everyone...
Cole can vouch how hard it is to get me into a romance in a game.
It took 5 years!
I wrote one in purely because then my character was so damaged there was no way she was going to have one. And he went, haha, bet.
And it worked. So,
Paul made me roll to see how many of the Talons I'd slept with.
you loved it.
And it wasn't a high enough roll.
Yeah. Cass was upset that he rolled so low. So,
Wow.
we are back at the war table, per se. They have brought fine Kunari delicacies out for you all to eat. They look strange at a glance, but they taste remarkably delicious. And most appear to be vegetables of some kind. But you see Thorn and the Airshock are actually getting a little bit more vocal with their argument. They're actually like yelling at each other on the other side of the boat. But then
What are they saying?
the Airshock keeps like pulling Thorn's down so that his voice is quieter. You want Amaris, if you want to know, Mira, if anyone wants to know, you can give me perception checks. Who speaks Kumon
Are they...
again?
I was gonna say...
Ysera
I was
does,
gonna say
like-
who...
Yes-
Yeah, because
Ysera-
I could probably pick up on it, but I don't know the language.
Yeah. Ysera speaks it fluently,
17.
and so does Amaris. And
Ian.
Ellie has picked up what Thorn has taught her.
I know the swear words.
I was gonna say.
You'll know how angry he is.
And you know when
Yeah,
someone...
can I
That's
pick-
it. No
Ellie,
context.
Ellie knows enough that when
I want to pick up the cuss words.
Ellie knows enough that when someone yells Vinet Kathas, it's time to run. So, okay. Amaris, what'd you get?
15.
15? Okay, and Ysera, you got a 17. Okay, Amaris, you're only able to pick up like every other word, usually Thorns, because he's the one being louder, talking about we can't, and you hear Thorn say, we can't just leave them in there. Ysera, you pick up more. All of it, actually, because the DC was 16 to get all of it. So, Ysera, you pick up that they are arguing because there is a very high-profile target that is meant that the Antom wants to bring in for questioning. They're not saying any names, but it is also apparently a warden. No names are dropped, but they are arguing about where this warden will go once they get him out. Thorn is arguing the case for the wardens, and the Airshock is telling him flat out, no. He comes with the Antom. It doesn't say he says they come with the Antom. And you do pick up one word that they keep using it. They keep calling this person the Focus. And you kind of guess that it is a code name that the Venatori have been using for this person. They don't know who it is exactly. All they know it's a Grey Warden mage.
Okay.
And for reference, Bethany is dead, so she's not enough because Carver is around.
Definitely having, with the conversation that's happened, but also she was, up until this point, very focused on trying to memorize the map as well. But anybody who's paying attention will see her attention definitely shift as she's registering what they're saying. And she doesn't volunteer the information, but if it's asked, it's just clearly. In fact, she probably takes a step away and is watching. Like, she's not trying to hide that she's paying attention.
I see that face, Maple.
Ellie's gonna slide over, and get really close to it there and just be like, "What are they saying? What are they saying?" He's swearing a lot. He's soft.
I thought for sure that there was going to be some cursing coming out. Just, is this word actually mean this?
You do hear that,
swearing a lot.
You do hear Thorn say the equivalent of, "I'm going to shove your horn so far up your ass."
Accurate.
And the Airshock says the equivalent of classy.
Do you have any idea why the Airshock would want to be questioning a warden? You all seem fine with him.
I haven't been one long enough to have any say in that. No,
I
have.
I grew up. I grew up among them, but literally not around them for reasons. And points at the Airshock, just the.
Like, I mean, we know there's wardens in the prison. Oh, yes, he is quite nice, but they're saying some very creative cuss words.
How much about the coon do you know?
Me?
Just out of any of you.
Oh, basically nothing.
I know a little bit what Thorns told me,
only know what I
and what
learned
I
in
picked
the
up from that
I'm an elven
fucking
keeper.
piece of shit, the Vidasaller.
We don't really. I know like the baseline, like an educational baseline of it.
And which of you can do magic?
Oh, Amaris and myself.
And he's okay with you?
Oh, yes. I've healed him. He likes the cookies. And,
okay.
It took a while.
Well, the Airshock...
Arguably a couple days. For me. We were only together for like a couple days, I think, in real time.
It did take some convincing. In truth, I was ready to do more, but he seems to have come around of his own accord. A common enemy will do that for you.
True.
Yeah.
I think he's also had positive experiences with mages before in his time outside of the commune. And so it maybe took a little less convincing than it would have, say, and she looks at the other random Antam. Others?
Yes, but you're not Kunari.
No. No, I'm an elf.
Anyway, the focus, looking at the other two that have connection with Warden, seeing if anything triggers for either of them.
Not for any of them, but Amaris. You've seen the note of the focus cross the Shadow Dragon. The Shadow Dragons have gotten it. It's been brought to them. Fenris has been actively looking for this person for the better part of 6 months. That has been his primary goal. Him and your new detective, Nev, have been traveling together trying to find this person. And now it seems they may be falling right into your lap. All you know is they are an incredibly powerful mage who is blighted.
The focus, that is what you heard them say.
Yeah.
We are familiar with the term. They seem to be a very powerful asset. One but two of our own from the Shadow Dragons have been in hot pursuit of for the better part of 6 months. It would be in all of our best interests to bring them to safety as well.
Sounds like...
Are they fighting about where he's going to go?
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. Still trying to like do the whole half listen but half explain kind of thing, you know? Like, the air shock wants to question him, but Thorn is saying he needs to go back to the wardens. Or they
Can't
do.
both of those things happen?
Both of those things
I'm
could
not
happen.
Yes,
really
like we're going
sure.
to come back to the boat
I-
either way. So boat, question,
I
go
think
home
it's
to the
really
wardens.
The problem is the force that's going to be used by one party or the other, and honestly, I don't know what to anticipate until I see who this focus is. Ulrich is saying this quietly, so that way he is not heard by the the air shock, so he doesn't know that someone has been eavesdropping and sharing the information.
Well, it's been yelling. I don't know if it's eavesdropping at that point.
I mean, at this
Thorn's
point,
We all
been-
hear it. We just can't all like.
Thorn's been yelling. The Arashok has been trying his best to keep a level voice. Seems in
I mean, if
character.
we're the
for
only
both
ones
of them.
going
Either way-
in. We're the ones who are gonna have to get whoever this is out.
True.
And we don't know.
And alive.
I wasn't aware that we were getting anyone else but Bambi. And if we can, Grey Wardens, but
And the group.
no offense to either of the three that I like, but my focus is Bambi.
Look, if the only reason I'm going for the Great Wardens is because that is orders that I've been given, and I gotta follow orders.
I once again glad to not be in an organization. Actually, I am, but I'm in charge of it, so still glad.
Shouldn't we just try to save anyone we can as well? Just a
That's
thought.
what I was gonna say.
Yes. But also, if we don't know who this person is, I mean, we could get there, they could be dead, we could not know. It does feel like a lack of information. I think you're correct.
As you're
We have
saying
a lack of
this,
information on saving Narcisse.
as you're saying this, the
Also
Arashok
that.
walks up, puts his hands on the table. There is one
Hello?
more target. A Grey Warden mage. Wanted by many
Okay.
parties. He marks where they
Okay.
think they are. We do not know their name. Only that they are volatile.
Volatile.
Oh, great.
Your
Cool.
warden,
Okay.
captain, and I have made an arrangement. You will bring him to the ship. I will interrogate him along with Amaris. And then he will go back to be interrogated by your first warden.
Do you have any descriptor defining features? Like, is this human, elf, dwarf, another Canary?
All we know,
Anything that we can work off of?
no physical descriptions exist. Amaris can attest. They are only described as feeling like the Fade itself is tearing a hole anywhere they walk.
Oh, I might
Cool.
be helpful in that. Is that literal?
Even I would not miss that if we came
Let's
across
hope
it.
so.
Yes, I think that maybe I could help. Why do we have a location on this person and not Narcisse?
What is easier to spot from high above? A dragon or an ant?
Well, I don't think you should call him an ant. We could have at least called him a small deer. All right. Okay. So, volatile, magical, fair-tearing person. And do we think they will come with us?
The they may need to be restrained. And
Great.
the Airstruck is holding a scroll. It feels like he's angry even holding it, and he hands it to Amaris. And it is a scroll of Dominate Person.
Ooh.
I can do that.
Well, now you don't need to waste the spell
I don't
slot.
remember.
Oh shit.
I think I can. I'm not sure. I gotta look.
Uh,
I get a lot of spells, okay?
I have things for this.
No, I cannot.
You
I didn't hit
see Amaris look at the scroll, one finely arched eyebrow goes up, and he sort of looks out the corner of his eye for a shock. If it comes to it, hopefully the wiser individual would learn that any hope at freedom is better than remaining in a cell. Tends to be quite convincing. So, our task, recover Narcisse, find this focus, and any other additional Grey Wardens, should it come to it.
Right.
And get out alive.
As this requires no small measure of finesse and silence, if we could help it. Those who are willing, I would like to link our minds telepathically so that we may commune without being overheard. Arashal,
Sure.
yourself and Fawn as well. Distance will not be of object,
The Airstruck,
even if you do remain on the ship.
he grumbles, and he just nods. And Thorn goes, alright, I already got a lot of voices in my head, why not add 5 more?
It will occur when we are about to go on the ship, but Amaris will cast Rari's telepathic bond to link. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of us.
Also, you're asking the dwarf fighter in heavy armor to be stealthy and finesse.
Oh, I have
boy.
a thing for that.
I was gonna say, I might have an idea.
Good, I need it.
Listen,
I-
give him a level
well, I
14.
will
You
plan-
won't like it. You won't like my
I will
idea.
plan to cast Pass Without a Trace, because that is the current plan, and it comes with my
Good.
staff. So
Because my stealth is a +2 at disadvantage. So I'll take what I can
yeah,
get.
nope. I will be doing that. Sounds good.
All right. So on that note, you guys are preparing. You can you breach the cloud line, and a bubble appears around the ship to keep airflow perfectly fine. And you see there are Cerebos casting spells, and the stitching on their mouths has been undone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
A progressive king
And that's why there's
for
a
his Qun.
and that's why there's the Civil War.
Yeah.
The Airstruck,
Oh, really?
the Airstruck is lenient on mages.
Yeah. Now seeing this, Ysera, very, because I don't think she noticed this or got to see it before. She's really trying to figure things out now. Very confused. Very confused.
And
Our poor resident Kunari.
there you guys have an actual one that's not an
reason
NPC.
she wasn't raised in the Coon. There's a reason she was raised not in the Coon, okay?
With who your mom is, you were half raised with the Qun in mind, but
Well, I mean, yes.
so
I was homeschooled, okay, guys? I was homeschooled. Give me a break.
as y'all get closer to the ship, the Aeroshock pulls a lever, and a small, like, capsule pops out. It's shimmering. It's like a little invisible, and it pulls out, and it is a small air dinghy that will take you guys to the ship. He gestures for you all to get on.
Before we do
Okay.
that, that's when,
Yes.
after staring at the map with all the updates, is going to use encode thoughts, and it first starts to go to tie it around her own wrist, and you see kind of almost a crackling lightning string. If there could be lightning trapped inside of a thread, that's what this looks like for a half moment. and then it settles into that white silver of a magical thread. And she goes to start to tie it on her own wrist and then looks around. Somebody better at directions than I am, or reading a map?
Ulrich.
Ulrich?
It's basically the map in magic form. I need to cast the spell again for it to... It's complicated, but if you need the map literally in your brain, I can make it happen.
Just do it. I'm used to people using magic on me. Just do what you gotta do.
So we usually ask.
I know. Just
files that away, ties it around your wrist. And if the time comes that we need to be able to see the map, I can cast the spell to then... It's magic, timey-wimey stuff, but it happens.
Trying to
but you basically...
explaining magic to Orc is...
For the next 8 hours, you have a pocket map that we can pull up at some point, if we need it.
You have a mini map in the top right corner of your HUD now.
Yeah, but I can technically cast it into somebody else's mind, especially much easier now thanks to that we can speak in each other's head. Thank you. I was trying to figure out how I was going to do this.
So as you all get on the ship in Amaris, I imagine you do your psychic glit, your telepathic bond. The Aeroshok moves his hand along something, gestures to a Cerebos who casts a spell, and the dinghy turns invisible. And it starts automatically moving towards the big giant prison as Gatlock explodes out and hits the prison, and magical balls of red energy start careening towards the ship as an aerial battle has begun. But you hear the Aeroshok yell, Vinekathas, Atashi! And from the bottom of the ship, 2 panels open and 2 high dragons fly out of the Aeroshok's ship and start attacking the prison.
There? We just had those?
Start attacking the prison. Yes, the Aeroshok has 2 pet dragons.
Are those ours?
The Aeroshok in his head.
I think those are ours.
Shit.
The Aeroshok in head. It's like, that is Kuzland and Alistair, my dragons.
Well, that's adorable. Out loud, she definitely is like, see, I told you. A big softie. Just the sweetest.
He has...
I want to meet them later.
And they both have Grey Warden sigils painted on their scales in honor.
Cute.
As well as the symbol of the cune as well. But
Oh my god, cute.
you see a few Venatori are actually flying out, levitating in the air, trying to cast spells at the dragons as you guys get close. And then you guys hear something as you do get closer. A boom from within the prison. And
Well, that can't be good.
you guys, the boat pulls into the little spot you were supposed to get in, which was supposed to be a narrow entryway, and it is a massive hole in the side of the building now. Came from the inside. There are dead Venatori and Imperial Templars, some of which you recognize, Amaris, who swore their allegiance to Asher.
Amaris will remember this.
And you also know what houses these Templars
little -5
come from.
Above
At least 2.
Mars.
Actually, you know what? Give me an investigation check to see if you recognize the individuals specifically, and not just the houses.
Come on, Brainiac boy, you got this.
That was not a good roll. Let me see if I've got something for that. I might expend one of my luck rolls to re-roll. Yes, I will. That is a 21. Because also he wants to go and snatch the signet rings off of him.
I will give you names, one of which is bearing your family's crest on his House Varro.
Oh, he's going to commit atrocities in this war. Yes.
Oh boy.
And, however, dozens of them, and there are dozens of bodies, bear the sigil of the new Archon's house. And some...
Great.
You find one in particular And you see the sigil, and it is the sigil of Asher's house. You pull the helmet off. His personal bodyguard is here.
He is going to commit war crimes.
So somebody has infiltrated both of your houses. One of his personal bodyguards. Asher has so many.
Women.
Okay.
And I mean, one of them's technically Fenris, so that's...
Fair. You know what? Fair point.
So, but as you guys look in, there are several, and what looks like a bunch of debris blocking the main room. And you guys can enter the Sky Prison after we come back from break. We're going to take a quick break, folks, and then when we come back, maybe some combat, definitely some Bambi, and maybe whoever this focus is. But we'll be back in, well, it'll be like no time for you, but we'll be right back.
Got it.
Welcome back, everybody. I am here. We are back. We had a technical issue. I had to fix my internet, but we're here. The party is standing in front of a big gaping hole in a wall with lots of dead Templars and also some dead people in rags and just dead bodies everywhere. As you guys can see, some like sparks of electricity past a little like bit of rubble that you might have to push through to get in. So you will have to get through the rubble, but how do you guys wish to proceed?
Ulrich, which way do we go?
Well, firstly, I'm going to activate a feature that I have been meaning to use since Season 1. As a bonus action, I'm going to activate my Stone Cunning ability, which gives me Tremor Sense within 60 feet for the next 10 minutes. And I can do that 5 times.
Nice.
Good job.
Everything is shaking.
Oh, fuck.
But things are shaking way...
And you're just immediately overstimulated.
He's fine.
But there are more tremors and like a pounding, like booming over and over coming from through the barrier.
So feeling like... Okay, so feeling like something big, maybe?
Yeah.
That's like moving or just vibrating?
It might be moving around. It seems to be staying in one spot, and then it's like pressurized movement hitting one specific spot.
Okay. All right. I'll relay that information to the group mentally, just so that way there's no words to be heard by people who may or may not know that they're here. Who knows? Okay, so we're at the... what was supposed to be a small entrance, but is now a big entrance full of bodies and a blocked off walkway, you said? Just want to make sure.
It's like a blocked off like entryway into the rest of the building. And it looks like it's just some collapsed tunnel.
Alright. So how do I get the map thing to open? How... Do I just touch it? What do I do?
Sorry,
He's looking
put an animal cracker in my
The
mouth.
map.
Right, I didn't get that.
I have impeccable time.
I think the map's in your head. And then you cast it again boop.
So the way it basically works is, I think I can only draw it out once, is the problem. So it was more like, this is the emergency if we need another exit kind of thing, and we have to look at the map again. Because you were looking at it and staying in.
Because most of our main stuff is, our main entrance has kind of been fucked.
Cool. Okay, well, yeah, I'm just going to have some fun with this because it's a lot of wordiness of just, yeah, Sarah's just going to go put her hands over your wrist and where the bracelet is and try to, basically she's getting the map in her head and is literally just transferring it into yours using the mind link thing that we have going on. Because there's gobbledygook in the way that the spell works, but that's basically what it could be. No, it's like if I'm concentrating on something else that causes people to be able to use in their mind that you can do this. It's kind of one of those, such as detect thoughts or modify memory. So
Fair.
it's kind of like,
All right.
at least, unless Cole has a problem with that, which I would think he probably doesn't. So
No,
this
you're
is where I
fine.
have that mind link.
I like all the convenient things for my players.
And
Yeah,
I'm
so
trying to see if.
Including prison.
Oh no, we can put it back in. It looks like we can put it back into the thread. Kind of. Let me. You do you, and I'll reread
That's
it.
fine. So
He's going to look at the map to try to get an idea of what the next ideal place to go, or if they're going to have to find a way to get through.
So, according to the map, this room had only one way into the building, and the rubble does not look like it's very stable. It looks like you guys could clear through it pretty quickly. Like Ellie could probably just push through, but there's not. It's supposed to be a big open room with lots of stairs and like floors on the side, like basically a big circular, like square-shaped prison with a lot of floors around the edges. But based on what you're sensing with your tremor sense, things are falling all over the place.
So this place is actively falling apart, quite literally. Hopefully the whole thing doesn't fall.
Can I do like perception or something to see if there are any like elven wards or elven anything that would be able to help us?
You may do perception.
Okay. Perception.
Hey, Amaris, you do the same thing for Tevinter stuff.
Oh, Jesus, what were
So
you?
19.
24 for elven stuff.
24, and you said 19, Dia? Okay.
Yes.
Amaris, you find that there are dozens of Tevinter wards keeping this place afloat. And they are fading one by one. They're all under the bottom of the building, and they're slowly fading. You kind of time it, and it seems like every minute and a half or so another one fades. Not as if the Kunari attack is doing anything, but like somebody hit a switch and like a kill switch for this prison. But for you, Mira, there are not a lot of like wards or anything, but using that perception check we can factor that in as like an arcana as well. There's definitely a lot of elven artifacts in this building. Some small, like you can feel a few small ones, but with what you rolled a perception, there's a massive elven artifact at the top of this building.
I
Right
didn't need to know that.
Right next to a big glowing bit of fade.
Oh, like the focus
Could
person?
be. You feel several little bits of fade that shouldn't be there. They all look they all feel a little different. But there's one larger one that is even bigger than the elven artifact. Like it is almost overwhelmingly powerful. Amaris, as you're like perceiving or looking at these wards, you feel it too, and it almost feels like an immense pressure coming down on you. Ysera, you are not even trying, and you feel pressure in the back of your mind. Like magical, like something about the fade in here is weird. The veil is weird. It doesn't feel thin. If anything, the veil seems stronger here.
You guys are all getting the headache or something, right?
Yes.
Looks at the other two that she knows can use magic.
Yes. Not sure why. But yes. Large presence of magic near an elven artifact at the top of this prison.
And our time here will be limited. The wards suspending this fortress will be going down soon enough. As a bonus action, Amaris is going to cast a revelation in flesh, and you see his eyes go completely black as he gains the ability to see any invisible creature within 60 feet, provided it isn't behind total cover.
Nice.
That's cool.
Okay.
Spending one of his sorcery points to do so.
Okay.
All right. Well, only way to get through is to push through the rubble, which looks like it's going to be pretty easy to do. So, Ellie, you and me.
We got it.
Me athletics checks you two. Not a high DC.
Side note, when I was getting those little pings of fade that shouldn't be there, were any of them familiar?
One, and it was moving around a lot.
It was moving around a lot. Okay.
But it didn't feel familiar as if like it was a spirit you knew or something. It felt like familiar, but not at the same time. Like it was strange. Like you don't know why you recognize it. Okay, what'd you guys get athletics-wise? 7.
I got
7.
a 42.
How did you look at a
there
7?
you go.
You shouldn't be able to get as low as a 7, Ellie, on an athletics.
Athletics. Hold on, I did acrobatics.
Okay, that's why.
13.
Explain.
13.
Okay.
I was like, huh?
Well, the DC was only 10, so you both easily pushed the rubble down. And the room seems empty at first, but Ulrich, you can feel this, and it feels like it's intact, looks intact, but Ulrich, you can feel the seismic tremors all around. And Amaris, I'm going to play a little flavor with your ability you just used. You see through the illusion being cast, and you see a pride demon surrounded by a few shades, just standing in the middle of the room, waving its arms furiously as a blur of purple light is flashing through, and you see like purple, almost like daggers slicing into the pride demon. And then the pride demon just turns its head, sees you, its eyes glow, and the illusion disappears. And then it starts barreling towards you guys. So I need everyone to roll initiative.
No, thanks. I'm good.
You know.
Initiative.
Oh.
18.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Oh,
19.
I also got an 18,
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
surprisingly. Oh, no. Wait. 16. 16.
Oh, Gabby, what did you roll?
Oh.
Having a snicker
Pretty
over
average
there.
for me is Ulrich. I got a 10.
You poor
Don't
baby.
that's not terrible for Ulrich.
Poor Ulrich is crazy.
Think of my history of dice rolling, Maple. Think of the
True.
history of my dice rolls.
Yeah, you're doing
Pretty bad.
okay.
Every party needs one person that's like, man, if only. Like,
Oh, wait. All right. So first things fast. We're gonna have some music going, and I need everyone's initiative. Amaris,
18.
Ellie,
19.
Ysera,
8.
Ulrich,
10.
Mira.
16.
Okay. And the Pride Demon. And you guys do see the shades start floating and flying up towards, and you look up, there's a glowing blue ball of energy. Ooh.
Look at that.
Magic.
So, we're going to have some fun here. The Pride Demon seems like it's going to go first as it's charging you, and then suddenly you guys see a person slide in front of it, wearing rags, with 2 purple wings sprouting from his back like blades. And you see, none of you recognize him at first until he turns, you see his face, and Narcisse is standing in front of you. And Amaris, Mira, y'all feel so much magic coming from him right now. Mira, with your fate abilities, you see a demon clasped on to
What does the demon look like to me?
It looks like Narcisse. But
Narcisse looks a bit different.
It looks like the demon actually looks like the Narcisse that you know. Looks like Narcisse as he sees himself. Or as he saw himself before. So with that, Cass! What does Narcisse look like? And also, it's his turn in initiative with the 25.
Yep. So, Narcisse... Yeah, it takes a second to recognize him because he had the red hair, which evidently you now see must have been dyed, as part of being an Antivan Crow, throwing on and off identity so easily. But his hair had been cut short in his time here, and then regrown with his natural hair color of a almost white platinum. His features have sharpened with the poor diet, and where before he had looked gentle, now as he looks at you guys, his smile is all teeth. It's sharper than before, more dangerous.
And Narcisse, the Pride Demon, is about 10 feet in front of you. It stops its charge and just looks at you. And it... Out of my way, little spite. Insects are not wanted here.
Cool. And just checking, how far away are the others?
They're about 20 feet behind you. Ulrich and Ellie being in the front. The three mages, including one you don't recognize, being behind them.
Cool. In that case... Yeah, I'd like to use... Yeah, I'd like to use Hellish Rebuke. Potentially.
Hellish Rebuke is a reaction when something attacks you.
Oh, boo! I'm good at playing D&D, guys, I swear.
It's okay.
I'd use Eldritch Blast even. Yeah.
Yep. So, what does your Eldritch Blast look like? And does it come out of your new wings?
Yeah. It very much does. It's the wings kind of close around Narcisse because they're that shimmering form, but have their own opacity to them. So they close around him like stained glass, where you can faintly see the outline of him, but no details. And like from the feathers themselves, like the Eldritch Blast launches.
Awesome.
Like it.
Roll to hit with your Eldritch Blast, and at this level, with your multi-class, I think you still only have one beam. You might have two.
I think it would just be one beam.
Yeah, because you're still low level in Warlock.
I'm just a baby. Yeah, I'm a baby Warlock.
Warlock,
Okay, that is a 20 to hit.
That does indeed hit. Roll your D10 of force damage.
Excellent.
So
That is a 10.
okay, 10 damage to the Pride Demon, and he kind of like recoils back and just. And instead of looking at your friends, now he is staring directly at you with all 8 of his eyes.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And you know those purple blades? Narcisse is going to like draw one, like toss it in his hand, and he's like, good luck. And throw it, and I'm going to use my psychic teleportation.
Okay.
And I appear where the blade lands.
Okay. How far can it go?
Yep. So 10 times the number that I'm about to roll.
Okay.
Let's go.
Nice.
I'm gonna have the party have to roll to see if they except
so
Mira.
10 times 9 feet.
So 90 feet. You can move 90 feet past the pride demon behind him.
Well,
if you want to, or if you want to go up, whatever you want to do.
I kind of want to throw it at my friends. And I want to land behind them.
Okay, that would be about
because
that would be about
Narcissus
25. That'd be about 25 feet.
Yeah, he wants to like go land behind them because it's his friends, and he may be different, but he still knows exactly where he's safest, and that is way behind the martial classes.
So for the rest of the party,
right where he belongs.
You see this person land right behind you. Mira, you recognize immediately who it is because you saw the demon.
Say it out loud, I'm sure.
If you would like to.
I think she would exclaim it if she...
Okay, so the rest
I think she probably would have been like, Bambi, why is there a demon? What are you doing?
So
there are a lot of demons around here.
So all of you see Narcisse land behind you looking very different with 2 purple wings protruding from his back. Last time all you checked, he was not a mage.
I even said that myself.
Is this Bambi?
We're talking... Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
We'll talk
the
about that
knife
later.
was close to my face, and okay.
Although the demon attached looks more like
how he was.
I'll explain
We'll
it
figure
later.
it out later. We'll figure it out later. Let's
talk later. Try not to die first.
And with that,
Demon first.
Next,
Figure out Bambi's new wing problem later.
Speaking of the demon, it's now his turn. It's his turn in initiative. And for reference, this is a Inquisition Dragon Age 2 designed Pride Demon. He's just going to like pull his hands together like this into a little spear of lightning, and then he's going to grab it and pull it apart into 2 electric whips. And it is an AoE attack. It is a line. It is a 70-foot line, and he's just going to 10 foot wide. So I need all of you to give me dex saving throws. Except y'all wouldn't have been able to all be like back to back to back. So I'll say Ulrich, Ellie, and Amaris would have been on the line of this. And also now Bambi, because he popped in right at the back. So you 4 need to give me dex saves. Ysera and Mira, y'all probably... It's not going to be able to hit you 2. So you 4, give me dex saves. You have advantage, Ellie. You have advantage on all dex saves. That's barbarian stuff.
Yeah! Dirty 20!
Dirty 20, okay. Ulrich?
19.
Bambi, I'm assuming very high.
23, and I'd like to use reaction to do Hellish Rebuke.
Okay, I'll allow that. Amaris, what'd you get?
19.
You all passed. The DC was 15. You're going to take half you will take half damage from this, unless... I don't remember, Narcisse, if you have evasion yet. You might. If you do, then you will take no damage.
If he's a level 13 rogue, yeah, he would.
Yeah, you should.
I do.
So then you'll take no damage. Ulrich, Ellie, and Amaris will take half of this 8d10 lightning damage. Oh, level 15. What did you expect? Or 14?
I'll just change my turn.
No.
Raging yet,
You're not gonna
sir?
need. You're not gonna need to.
Fine.
Even if he max damages, I'm still out.
You won't need to, Mira. Promise.
Boy.
I'm gonna roll this on Beyond because I don't want to roll that.
Fuck, my guy.
He has to roll a d6 to get this back every turn.
Oh, good. That makes me feel so much better.
May I also have dexterity saving throw from him as well, please?
Yeah. Okay, so that is 54 damage halved to 27.
Oh. Okay. That's not terrible.
A dex saving throw, that is a, what's this plus the dex, plus 6? 25. You rolled a 19.
Okay, so
He'll take half damage.
Half damage, which is 6.
Okay. So, you guys get hit with that lightning, and he starts lumbering towards you all. And that was his action, and he's gonna do his movement to get right, like, not quite as close as he can to you, because he's trying to stay away from Ulrich and Ellie a little bit, because he can see the weapons in their hands. So he's, like, moving to the side, and it looks like he's trying to position himself to aim something, and he raises his hand, and a purple orb appears in his hand, aiming at Narcisse. He can't do anything this turn with it, but he's going to use his bonus action to start charging an attack. And that is his turn. Now it is Ellie's turn. I imagine rage is happening.
Sure is.
Go.
Immediate rage. And she is going to rush up to him. And she's going to attack.
Okay, 2 attacks. Her big
We
axe.
get 2 attacks.
With griffins.
Or with big ol' axe, we're doing...
Yeah, she
With a
has...
beak.
Because she has Kuslin's axe now.
Oh, am I using Kuzlin's axe now?
We modified it, like you
That makes
have...
sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see what our first attack is. I got a plus 9, I believe, to my
Sure.
great axe. Yeah, my hit DC is plus 9, so that's a 21.
That will hit.
All right, we hit, but we're just taking normal damage. And it says 1d12 plus 4. I'm not too sure what the rest of my
Oh, right, I had to send you that one.
modifiers are.
It should be 1d12 plus 6, because it's a plus 2 great axe.
Okay,
I forgot-
d12 plus 6.
I need to...
And do I get the plus 2 for reckless?
Well, reckless is advantage.
You have to choose.
Oh, yeah,
that's
you get
to
to
my
choose.
advantage. Okay.
Right. Reckless, the new reckless, you get
But
to
you
choose.
you have to choose to go Are you going reckless? Because if you go reckless, that means that they get advantage on you for the
Yeah.
attacks as well.
Yep, I know.
Okay, so
I know.
you will get it.
But I
You've
attack
already-
with reckless.
Sorry.
But you already rolled it. Oh, you mean the plus 2 for rage? It should be plus 3 now for rage at level 14. So you take 3 extra
plus
damage.
3.
So a d12 plus 9, essentially.
Thank you. D12 plus 9. So the first one I rolled max damage at 12. So 12 plus
Nice.
9. What's that?
Well
21?
21, okay. He already...
21 for her first hit.
And then roll to hit. Roll with advantage on your second attack if you'd like to be reckless.
Yes, please. She is really hoping to whack that arm to stop him from launching whatever bolt he's going to try to launch. I definitely hit 24.
Yeah, that hits. Roll me damage. Another
Yeah.
d12 plus 9.
Rolled a 6 plus 9, so that's 15.
Nice. You do, in fact, he pulls his arm back and the orb disappears. And
she's going to yell, "Hit me, motherfucker!"
is that your turn?
Yeah, I believe that's all I can do.
Yep. And he's going to look at you, happy to oblige, as he's going to use a legendary action to do a slam attack on you. That is a roll. That is a roll to hit. You do need to give a strength saving throw to not be knocked prone.
And
Okay.
we used reckless.
Yep.
Yeah, I used reckless. He's got advantage on me.
That is a
He'll
natural.
hit.
That is a natural 20.
Oh, balls.
Give me a strength.
Me.
It would have been a like 17 to hit without the advantage from reckless, which wouldn't have hit Ellie actually. So I need.
Welcome to season 2, everyone.
No, wouldn't have hit her.
Give me a strength save. But hey,
Sorry, I'm just... Strength saving throw, 25.
okay, so you're not knocked prone, and that's
Good
going
job.
to be
Nice.
And a reminder of how I do crits for since it's episode 1 season 2, you double the total damage of whatever you roll. So that is going to be for the 3.
Before you roll, can I silvery barbs that crit
You can.
as a reaction?
Okay, that will still hit, but it is no longer a crit. Because that is a 27 to hit now. Not a crit.
Oh
though.
yeah, that plays.
And Amaris, who are you giving the advantage to on their next attack roll or saving throw?
I am going to give the advantage to Ulrich.
Cool. All right. So let me roll that damage. That's a 1 on the first one. That's a 12. That's a 12 on the second one. And that's an 8. So
Ooh.
21 plus 10, 31 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Do I get to half that?
Yes, because you are raging.
Yeah. It's physical
Hell
damage, so yeah.
Sorry, do I take 15 or 16 then?
15. Always right.
Thank you,
now.
darling.
You got this.
And as you do that, you stumble back. The Grey Warden emblem on your chest starts to shine, and so does the one on Ulrich's. As the blue light from above comes down, and you see what appears to be a suit of armor made of the Fade.
Oh no.
And it points its sword at the Grey Wardens who took damage, and it heals them for... I'm going to roll for this. 64 damage.
I think it is.
Whoa! I didn't even take 64 damage.
Yep, so you're back to full. And any that they didn't, and it kind of residuals off onto the rest of the party, so Amaris, you also take 32, you get 32 back. You get half of that. And anyone else who was injured that is not
I
awarded.
healed too. Oh shit.
Yeah. So
you did too, Ulrich.
And the creature turns and it starts to laugh, and in a big booming voice, you will harm no wardens while I am here, creature. Let justice be done upon you.
Yeah! Let's go! I knew it! Found the source!
This makes some things complicated from the story, but...
Oh, no!
Yeah,
This is bad if he's here!
What's in Anders?
Uh-huh. Oh, Maple caught up.
What's in Anders?
So, and that is Justice's turn. He goes right after... he goes right after Ellie in initiative. Justice has joined the battle on your side. He lands behind you, and his paladin aura radiates from him, meaning you all are immune to the frightened condition and get +5 to your saving throws, as long as you're within 20 feet of him. So...
Wait, do we as wardens know, or are we just, like, freaking out? Like,
you can figure that out later. Right now, there's just a suit of armor that is glowing like the Fade. Mira, this is a lot of magical presence right now.
Does it look like... Because right now, it's just a suit of armor. Can I see... Do I know what it is?
You can give me an Arcana check.
May I also?
Yes.
My fun little Fade sense.
Can I?
Yes,
18.
Sarah, you can as well.
That's an 18.
Okay. I mean, not that I should know
17.
anything. I don't know.
Okay, Sarah, 18, 17, and then...
16.
Funny,
Or
16,
15.
17.
15,
Okay.
sorry. 15.
Oh, man, that would have been funny. You can all three tell that this is very clearly a spirit of justice. Amaris, you got the highest with an 18. You see a little spark of yellow at the core. A hint of a demon of vengeance. And there is a physical body inside this thing, but it looks frail, malnourished, with a big, thick beard, and it looks like it's been, like, tortured for years. So, now it is, it's now Amaris' turn. and then Mira, and then Ulrich.
I would love if the Pride team can make a Wisdom DC 20 saving throw as Amaris casts Dissonant Whispers at 4th level. It first hears Amaris' voice saying, "Child of Pride, you're the one who's not wanted here." Before the equivalent of like nails on chalkboard sort of grates through its mind in a very disorientating manner.
That is a 19 on the total. 19 total. So that fails. You said the DC was 20, correct?
DC was 20, yes,
Yeah,
correct.
he fails.
It takes 32 points of psychic damage, and on a failed save, it moves as far away from me as possible.
Okay.
And in doing so, it should enact an opportunity attack from Ellie, who was engaged with it, if I'm recalling that correctly.
Forced move. It's so tricky because forced movement rules as written does not provoke opportunity attacks.
Oh, boo.
But yeah, we're having fun. Ellie, you can make an attack of opportunity if you would like.
Gets distracted by the glowing armor. Ooh, shiny.
True. That's without advantage. That's correct.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Ooh, nice.
All right.
Nat 20. All right. How do I do this? How do I do this?
Roll your d12 and add
all the
9,
dice.
and then double that damage. So d12 plus 9, and then double that.
Okay, so I rolled an 8 on the d12. That's plus 9 is 17. So 17 times 2 is what,
Wait.
34?
Yeah, actually, you're a level 14 barbarian. You have brutal critical. That's times 3.
I was gonna say brutal critical.
That's times 3. Yeah, brutal critical is
Oh,
the way I roll brutal critical is it's times 3 damage. So 17 times 3. That is
17 times 3 is 51 points of damage.
Yep.
Well done.
Have I cut off an arm?
No, you cleave deep into his back though. And lesser spirits start fleeing him. This pride demon, you can see into his body, fleeing his body. This pride demon, it seems, has been collecting spirits to make himself stronger. He's been devouring them.
Free them!
And with that, he's moved his full 50 feet away from the party. He has 50 feet of movement. And that means now it is... Mars, is that your whole turn?
Yes, action.
You haven't bonus action yet.
Bonus action? What do? You know what? Bonus action, I will burn 2 sorcery points for a quicken spell, so I can go ahead and add a cantrip on top of that.
Okay.
I will just fire off a firebolt at the Pride Demon for 30 to hit.
How much to hit?
Nice.
30.
Yeah, that is.
It takes an additional 19 points of fire damage.
All right. So, you are also all very bunched together in a hall area. If you would like to move and try to, like...
If there is cover, I would like to make my way to it.
There is some cover. You can get into half cover if you would like.
That is fine. I'll take half cover.
Okay. All right, and that is Amaris' turn. That brings us to Mira, Ulrich, and then Ysera. Hey, Mira, you don't have to heal people now because Justice did it for you.
Okay, so he is now moved away from the party, correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm going to move out of the crowded hallway, and cast Moonbeam at 3rd level.
Moonbeam.
On top of him.
Alrighty. That is a wisdom save, right?
Con,
okay. Ooh, that's
Con save.
Nat 1. Auto fail.
Cool.
Nice.
I cast it at 3rd level, so I get 3d10. So let's see. That's 20 points of damage.
20 points, okay.
20 points, and it will stay hanging in the sky. And then I don't think any of my bonus actions matter because nobody else is hurt. So I will end my turn there.
All right. That means it is Ulrich and then Ysera. Ulrich, he is now 60 feet away from you.
Oops.
I guess I'm dashing.
You could throw things.
You have action surge.
True. Yeah.
Technically, you were 5 feet behind Ellie, so he's 55 feet away from you.
Okay. Thank you. So I'm gonna first dash, and I'll use an action surge so I can actually get some hits in on this guy.
All right. Remember, you have advantage on your first attack from Silvery Barbs.
Thank you. Natural 20.
Jeez. All right. Nice.
Oh, I feel so vindicated.
Get it.
That was not a waste of an action surge.
Not a waste at all. So, going to roll, and then what I'm also going to add on top of that is I am actually going to do what's the word? Maneuver. One of my maneuvers. I am going to use menacing attack. So I need a DC 18 wisdom saving throw.
That's an 18 on the die, so he definitely passes. Still get extra damage, though.
Okay.
And that spirited die damage will factor into the crit, so you double that, too.
Yes. Okay. So let me roll for that. Fuck yeah. So for the long sword, that was a 7 on the die, plus 6 damage, 13, and then maneuver was 8. I'm doubling the entire damage together?
Yeah, so that's 42.
Okay.
42 total damage. All right.
Awesome.
Swing with
Attack
your next 2 attacks.
22?
That will hit.
Woo!
He doesn't have armor, so
What is it
his natural armor isn't crazy high.
I don't want to use another maneuver at the moment, so that is just going to be 13, because I rolled the exact same number of damage that I did the last time with my longsword. Fun. Third attack. Well, I don't think I have anything else that I can do. I'm just double checking myself real quick. Ooh. I'll do that later. Okay, third attack. That's going to be 26.
That will hit.
Nice.
That is going to be a 12 for the damage.
Okay.
The damage. And I don't think second wind was not second wind. That's not the word.
You don't have you still have your bonus action. Action surge was just action surge.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember. Was if how action surge worked. It's been a while since I played a level 14 fighter, particularly this guy. I think we're going to take care of this guy really quickly, so I don't think I need to use this after all. Nope, I am just going... Nope, I'm just going to stay right there and be a pain in the ass.
All right, as you end your turn, he's going to use his second legendary action.
Okie dokie.
And he is going to burn 2 at once to do a claw and grapple attack on you. If this hits, you are grappled. You can try to escape on your turn.
Okay.
That is a 19 on the die plus 10, 29.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, that is going to be 4.
Here I was in my head, very cocky. He's like, I have a 24 AC. What be? Oh.
It's 4d10 bludgeoning and 2d6 lightning. That's 10, 18, 27, 29 bludgeoning, and 6, 12 lightning. 29 bludgeoning and 12 lightning. And you are grappled, and he's holding you in the air, and he's rearing his fist back for his turn. But it's not...
Okay,
so it looks he's rearing the fist, and then he opens his hand, and the purple orb appears in it again. It looks like he's going to try to point blank you. With that...
Oh, fuck.
That is Ysera's turn. It's now Ysera's turn. So Ysera, you see this pride demon just holding this warden you just met, but like it looks like it's about to just falcon punch him, basically.
The purple light thing is does it seem like a spell that I could counter, or I know that's normally a reaction, but I'm just trying to figure out.
It looks like it's something it might be a spell, but it's definitely magical to some degree. You might be able to counterspell it. It's also looking not great. It's got several holes in its body at this point.
Okay. Yeah, the thing I was going to do, though, we've got somebody in his grip. I don't want to electrocute you, too.
He's already in a shocking grasp, literally.
I mean, yes, but...
I'm a hardy lad.
It wouldn't be the first time that I have healed him from not good.
I mean, I can cut it by half for you if you succeed, then you won't take anything. So, I mean, there is that for you.
I'm gonna
Depends on the kind of save you're going to have to subject me to, given that I'm grappled.
Dex. Sorry. I mean, my other plan was to banish your polymorph, but y'all want to just beat it to death, so... All right. Yeah, I'm gonna... yeah, that's all I got. I'm gonna use Lightning Bolt, and at 4th level, so it's a Dex save, and I'm gonna use one of my sorcery points to make it a
careful spell.
Careful spell.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start there. I might have to use one more for something else, but...
All right, that's a failure.
Okay. So, Ulrich, I think you have to make this save
You have to make the save, but if you pass, you take no damage.
Yeah.
And if you fail, you take half. No disadvantage. You're still...
Okay. I couldn't remember with grapple. Dex save, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. I'm going to make sure that I can get ready to use something that I'll probably have to use, knowing my luck with saves. What's your save DC?
19.
Okay, I'm going to use one of my Indomitables. Because that was a 14 plus 2, which would make it a 16, and I do not want that. Yeah. Oh, wait, but it's a plus 14.
I didn't. I didn't roll very well, so... Okay, do what you gotta do.
Okay. I don't want to take too much damage, even with the reduction. Okay, that time I passed with a 25 because of the Indomitable, so...
Okay, so you will take no damage. How much damage did you do to the Pride Demon?
25.
Which one?
Wait, no. I add another 5, so 30.
30?
Sorry.
Okay.
I also, using my bonus action, I activated one of my my innate sorcerer ability that gives me bonuses to lightning.
So, being a Pride Demon, he is resistant to lightning damage, but he did fail the save. However, he only had 8 HP left. So, you zap a hole right through his head as...
There you go.
And it just...
You just hear, Ulrich, duck?
Yeah, it goes right over Ulrich's head and through its
his hand.
And it drops Ulrich.
You just see like this pinpoint zap just go right through.
And as this thing dies, a pulse goes out through the entire building. And Amaris, you feel all of those wards fail at once.
Oh no! Oh no!
And another thing, something you notice, Mira, the Spirit of Justice is holding the elven artifact. It is a longsword.
Can I have... Would Ysera have sensed any of those failing? Because if it was linked to this thing, I'm wondering if she can use lightning to somehow do something. If not, different plan.
It seems it was its life force. The spirit.
Got it.
The
Cool.
Cool. The spirit of justice is going to. We must retreat expeditiously. Come hither. I will teleport you to your ship.
We've got to find somebody else.
No, he's here.
We found
Nazis.
him.
I think
Okay.
that's the guy we're looking for. Ow, ow, ow.
Gotcha.
Ow. My back. Shit.
And it's
you want
holding its
help?
hands together, and it's about to teleport, and then the spirit fades, and there's just a decrepit middle-aged man, and he just falls as the building
Got
starts
it.
collapsing. And you guys are
I'm-
free falling above the cloud line.
I have something. Fly
Um,
on everybody in this group. Like that. I can get at least 5. I know off the bat right away. Anybody else? I think I can get more. Hang on. Anybody else
if
want to
you-
chime in? Want me to?
Well, I think
I mean, I can fly myself, but I can.
I
make
can
everybody-
fly. If I need to, I can.
I can
Nar-
literally
Narcisse
cast
can al-
fly
Narcisse-
on people.
Narcisse can also fly. He's got wings.
When we start free falling, I draconic transformation
Oh,
That's what I
shit.
can do too.
Mira
out
is,
of
Holy shit.
it's just corporeal wings. It's incorporeal wings and like dragon features. I'm not a big dragon. I'm just a dragon girl.
Amaris, did you have
Cool.
something you wanted to do?
Did you say, can you cast fly on everyone? Or just yourself?
I can target one additional creature for each spell slot above level 3, and I can go up to level 7. So
Damn.
Say
2,
that I
3,
can give
4, and then I can either do myself or I can do something else. So it's up to you what you want to do.
Okay. If you can cover everyone, that would be fine. My fly only lasts for 10 minutes and only centered on myself.
Yeah,
Mine only lasts for
So
10
Narcisse
minutes,
can
but I
fly.
can get everybody.
Yep.
y'all
Holy
are.
man, drop the sword.
It's still dangling in his grip.
I take
I'm
it.
gonna get him too because I can get 5. I can get us.
Okay.
I think
You
I
can
get-
you can take
I
the
can
sword.
get 1, 2, 3.
You can get
Or-
elderly middle-aged man as well.
I think he's a little too weak to maybe try to fly and keep up with us.
Some
One of us may have to
You can
hold on to
carry him.
you have 2 people clearly strong enough. This man is decrepit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then who am I casting fly on? 1, 2, 3.
Probably everybody.
So 4 people.
Yeah. And
Except for me and
Narcisse.
Narcisse, we can
Yeah.
both fly.
So 4.
So 4.
Shit, the other
Okay.
girl is-
as the building starts falling away, it tumbles and like starts to break apart, and the walls begin to disintegrate and look like they are going into the Fade itself. Like they are being pulled into the Fade. Because there are no more Tevinter wards keeping it here.
Oh no.
So,
Look.
as the ship is pulling up,
What?
as the Venatori have been, they're getting brutalized by these dragons, and also there are some like Red Lyrium Templars on the ship, but Thorn, Varric, Hawk, and the Aeroshocks seem to have that handled. And oh, by the way, Narcisse, you can fly. You have a fly speed of 30 feet permanently. You guys, the ship goes right beneath you guys, and you guys just all land on it, holding the Ulrich is holding the decrepit old man. Mira has a new glowing red longsword with a lot of symbols of the sun carved into its crossguard hilt.
I was wondering.
And it was like the blade was like a normal silver blade when this old man was this middle-aged man. He looks elderly because he's so. But as soon as you touch it,
Yeah.
Mira, one of the Elven, the blade turns black. And you can add to your
touching it,
inventory
Mira.
the blade of the Black Sun, a legendary longsword.
Oh shit.
that you may or may not want to use.
I said I wasn't gonna touch things, and I lied.
You told me you were gonna touch
Say, that's
things.
my girl.
You told me you weren't going to touch it. We were, little side thing, we were doing session 0 for another game, a home game, and Parker was telling our friend about this, was like, I'm not going to touch things. And our friend went,
I'm not gonna touch things.
It's like, but are you? And Parker was like, no.
I am. I for sure am.
So, you guys are all on the ship. The soldiers that were fighting against the Antam and everyone else that was here appear to be dead. The body you're holding, Ulrich, Varric's eyes get really wide when he sees it. Sorry about that, guys. We lost Cass for a second. Cass is back. So, Varric runs over to you, Ulrich, and he's like, pull his head up for me.
I will like carefully get down to set him down just so he's not being held in my arms all the time, and I will support his head to show Varric.
Varric pulls the long hair out of his eyes and like moves the beard, and fluttering bright blue eyes, blonde hair. Varric just gasps, Blondie? The hell are you? He looks up at Amaris.
What?
I thought she said Anders was ruling Tevinter right now.
This is Anders?
This is
Yeah.
Anders?
This is my.
As far as all sources.
This is Anders. Yeah, he's right here.
Mira, realizing we care about him, casts heal.
Prestidigitation.
She goes, oop.
He does a big, wide gasp, flails, lightly taps Ulrich in the face, but it does nothing because he's so, and he just like falls to his knees.
I think he was like surprised more than anything when he gets hit. It's like, oh.
And he's just freaking out, staring around, looking around, and then he just looks up and, Varric, where am I? Varric's just like, hey, it's okay, Blondie. What? And then he looks up and Hawk is just frozen in place.
So, I don't... This
Mira?
guy blew up a chantry,
This
right?
is the man who is supposed to be the Archon in Tevinter.
Right. He also blew up a chantry. Was this one or before this?
No.
Or that one the bad one, or
We
is
don't
this
know.
one?
We don't know yet.
Varric,
We will find
out.
it's complicated. He had his reasons.
Oh,
I don't care about his reasons
Right.
then, Varric. What is he doing here now?
Blondie, what are you... And Anders just falls back asleep. His arms literally look they are entirely skin and bone. His face is gaunt. You can see his ribs very clearly, almost like protruding.
When did they do this, man?
Just thought maybe we let him rest and get him some food before y'all keep pestering
Speaking
him
of
with
people who
questions.
need that Narcisse, I need a con save.
Oh no!
You just did fighting for the first time.
Yeah.
You're wild.
Fighting is a word for it.
You did a badass entrance. You kicked a lot of demon butt.
Yeah, you did very well.
What'd you get?
I need to roll it on my phone and guess what my constitution. Oh, maybe is it back? It's still struggling with the power cut. Okay, nice. 16.
Okay, so you like get dizzy and like wobble, but you don't fall down. And despite it, you're careful. You fall asleep and I get to play.
Oh, good God.
And Mira, you heard that because you can see Spite.
Oh,
Awesome.
my God.
And
What? What
Spite
now? What's
runs
going
up to you, Mira. Oh, she can see. Oh, she's going to be fun.
Oh, hello.
Enough.
on? Mira, what's going on?
There is a... I would love to call it a spirit of determination, but it's not. There is a spite demon attached to our friend somehow, and I can see him. Them?
That would
Welcome
be
to the club.
the experimentation then.
So that
Okay,
explains
these two are
the
both.
wings.
Ulrich points between Narcisse and Anders. Okay, these two are going someplace to get some rest, slowly get some food back into them, especially this one. And we're gonna catch up on all this.
You see the Arishok say something in Kunlot and start walking towards Anders. Hawk hears this, turns, and she has a fireball in her hand, and she's like, "No,
Oh,
he's going to sleep. You can talk to him later."
oh,
Much later, given his condition.
Ysera's going to run in between and just kind of hold up her hands and speak in Kunari. He can't talk anyway.
He's gonna look at you, nod, and some of the Antam will gently pick Anders up and start carrying him towards the decks, like below decks. And in Kunlot, the Arishok says, "Gently, he's injured and weak." And Narcisse, you seem to be able to stand and move okay, but now that you're out of danger, you have never been more hungry in your life. You can't remember the last time you ate something that wasn't red lyrium.
Mm-hmm.
Tasty.
Hey, kid.
Hi.
Oh, you look like shit.
Yeah, do you have any
Lovingly,
food?
respectfully.
Like croissant, like
She
prosciutto.
pulls cookies out of her bag.
Like,
She pulls the emergency
Really?
stash of cookies.
Slowly, don't give him too much at once if it's been a while since
I
he's
give
eaten
you
proper
one
food.
cookie.
it is like gone before you can even register. Like he did not chew that.
Okay.
It was like a snake eating an egg, you know, when you just see them like expand and it's down.
Okay, we are going to start you on some broths and easy foods before we get you on some stronger stuff. Because, yeah, you do not look great.
I mean,
Respectfully, lovingly.
how long was I there?
I'll look to Amaris.
What's the last thing you remember?
7 months is the answer, Amaris.
It has been 7 months, Narcisse, since we last heard of you.
Right. Then, lovely to see you all again. I'm going to go kill Zara Renata.
Not in your condition.
He is like
Maybe-
about to like he's gonna need someone to hold him back because he's like ready to like jump off the edge.
First,
flying.
the
Or can
digitation.
do it with E. Oh, there you
Not in your condition.
We could all go kill whoever that is when you're feeling better. You know,
when you can
that's kind of how we
move.
do things.
And
together.
We also
We are
need
very
to
good at
talk about
murdering in a group,
apparently
yes.
your new friend.
Yes, just
Oh, we
mutual
also have a
murder.
friend.
Right.
Okay.
We got a lot to catch you up on, kid.
I have some things to catch you all up on too. And I'm 1 second, Mira.
Yes?
And like he's like up
Yeah.
on his toes,
Yeah.
whisper in her ear.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yes.
"Who is this new person? Did you replace me?"
No, that's another mage. That's that is, to be honest, we
Are
just
they
met
good
her.
with? Are they good with daggers? Because I'm kind of feeling
No,
a bit replaced.
That's not your thing. No, I think that thing's lightning. Which, you know, I used to do that too. It's totally fine. People can do the same thing. But I think, no, we did not replace you. She just kind of came along. She came with Thorn, and she is working with the Grey Wardens.
Oh, okay. Is this like a throuple situation with Ellie and Thorn?
No, because that's also what I thought. No, different. But I also was wondering. No, but I'm
Okay.
glad you also went there because I thought I was weird for it. No,
Just so
oh,
y'all
I
know,
missed you.
Kanari have really good hearing. Yes, Sarah is hearing every word y'all are saying.
Oh, I know this and don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, when has this ever
letting
bothered
him
Nazis?
think that I'm reassuring him no matter what.
Ysera's like doing the
But-
whole like looking away, looking at anything else, really not sure what to do right now.
Thorn is sitting there with his
But
hammer on his
no
shoulder, and
daggers.
he just looks at Ysera and he
No
goes,
daggers.
"He's the one, and he's the loud one."
No daggers, no threesome, very
God,
little
no.
that I know about them. Just
Interesting.
so
So,
blight
sounds like
expert.
a boring night then, but okay. And he like quickly like brings Mira into a hug, and he's like, "It's good to see you again, though."
Oh, yeah, and she still has draconic transformation on, so both of their little wings are just like over each other.
That's
Oh,
so cute.
shit, that's cute.
Like cute sibling moment together.
Yeah.
Sibling, not sibling moment. It's so nice that you're back. You should go to bed.
Yeah, I feel like I'm
Food
about
and
to
then
fall
sleep?
down. But you heard him.
I can see him.
You can see him. So
Well, you've missed some
a bit-
stuff. I have a
this
lot
is
of
a weird
fade
question.
things.
It's a weird question. I've never thought I'd have to like ask you. You know.
Uh-huh.
But could you tie me up?
What? This. We have no time to do any of the weird things that you have been into in the past.
I'm gonna
No,
point of order
I
here. Amaris, after what you messaged, Amaris focuses a little and he can see Spite, and Spite is in like, because he's trying to cloak himself even from Mira right now, and he's in Narcissus' ear like, no, I want to walk, I want to see.
Oh, not like a sex
Yeah.
thing, like a safety thing.
Yeah, more of a like, safe word kind of thing.
Welcome to the
Got it.
welcome to the
Okay.
campaign, Duff.
Okay.
More main
Sure,
character than
I
anything
think-
else.
I'm pretty good at knots. I think maybe I am gonna go out on a limb here. Thorn, you'd probably be better at this.
He just kind of looks.
Am I right?
He looks at Ellie. And walks up.
All right.
Wait, no. With all the love in the world, I would rather die. Ellie,
So I just, I think that someone more experienced would be better at it.
I want to
Let's
sleep
put
a
you
bit
to bed.
funny.
Both of you.
Thor
You're
just
looking at-
Thor points at all the Antom at their arms. They literally tie ropes all over themselves every day. So
Oh, true.
Good.
That's like a whole
I
thing.
could
they
help.
they would
if
love.
you need.
Or they could just tell me how to do it if that's more comfortable for you. They can tell me how to do it. I'm so smart and I'm
I'm
so fast
Ysera,
at
by the
learning.
way. Hi.
Hi, I'm Narcisse Cantori, formerly of the
I thought-
Antivan Crows. Now kind
I
of
thought you were Bambi.
Yeah,
a
that's a
Bambi to my
nickname.
friends.
Got it.
So
you need
really, these people, because I introduced myself to them as Bambi and said Bambi to my friends, but I didn't have any friends, and now they all call me Bambi. So now I have friends.
Somewhere
So
Lucanus
no,
is
it's not to lie.
Somewhere Lucanus gets 10 points of disapproval.
Different.
Okay. I'm gonna go find you food because I don't think you want me as a stranger to tie you up, but I'll find you
You'd
food.
be surprised
Thank you.
for Bambi, but yeah,
Broths
probably
and
not right now.
soft foods.
Yeah.
Broth and soft foods.
Got it. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
searching for a kitchen.
Thorn just pulls some ropes out of his bag and hands them to Mira, and he's like, he hands them to Mira, and he goes, "I'll walk you through it."
Thank you.
I'm gonna go keep New Girl company, and Ulrich will join you, Sarah.
Thank you. I don't want my father to see this.
Leave, Papa.
We're not doing this again. We're not doing this again.
You thought you were getting
Season
away
two,
with it?
let's
It's not
go.
even 5 minutes. We're already okay. Follows you,
We're
Sarah.
doing it. Yeah.
Dia's daddy fan comes out for any large Kunari man I introduce, and Ulrich.
And Ulrich.
And
sometimes
other powerful
Dorian.
men that you have been introducing, yes.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Asher.
I'm pretty
much
sure.
any powerful people.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did pull it out for Cullen, Asher, and no. What Cullen happened is I just saw, just a little flashback. I just remember seeing Parker get so visibly excited when Cullen walked in the room.
Listen, I love a man with a 3-game redemption arc.
True. So
Yes.
we have Thorn coaching Mira on how to tie up Bambi properly. And he's just like, now you have to tie the knots good and tight. Nope, you got to do better than that. It's not Cease. He's probably
No,
really good
that'll
at getting
cut off
out of
his
shit.
She's not immediately good at this because it's not magic, and she is a little upset about it.
He's
She's like, oh, okay.
He's like, you know Nasi, he'll get out of that in literally 2 seconds. And if this demon has his skill set, then Spite is literally
Right.
stomping around, throwing a tantrum. And then
That's so funny.
you see him shout. He's like, "I want to walk around!" And he just gets really close to Narcisse's face, and Narcisse gets a really bad nosebleed.
I think she like, without thinking about it, because she could just see him, puts her finger in front of his face and is like, not how we're acting. That's not how we're acting. She's gonna just treat him like a kid. She's like, that is not how we treat people.
I just thought that
You're gonna-
Cole's
you're
on
gonna
this
do-
ship. That's gonna
do a
get
bubble?
weird.
You're gonna use a bubble on
Yeah.
Spite?
Yeah.
We have a ship with Cole, Spite, and Justice all on it at the same time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, what have I done?
Yep. We're like a little boat of
You did
You
this
made
misses.
to yourself.
choices.
It did do this
Yeah,
to
you
myself,
did this
and
to
I have to
yourself.
roleplay all three.
You do.
Yeah.
So, as that is happening, we're going to pan over. Ysera, you go down, and it is all Kunari-based dishes that they are cooking. There are a lot of vegetables. You could make a soup out of it. There's not a lot of people down there. There's one Kunari chef who is much, much, much physically smaller than any of the Antom, because he's a chef. He's not an Antom. And he is cooking. And he starts talking to you in very fast, quick, fluent Kudlat, catching about every fifth word because he's talking so fast. And I think he kind of realizes, he goes, "Oh, I am sorry. Talvashov."
Ysera.
I am sorry. I am not good. Common. Tongue. What's neat?
I'm going to explain to him basically the equivalent of like a vegetable soup, but it's super simple. Like just whatever is a broth that he might already have
Yes.
with just, and it's literally what her mom would have made her when she was sick. So it's like maybe like 3 ingredient.
He
kind of thing.
immediately knows what you're talking about, cooks it, hands it to you, and then Ulrich, you walk in as you see this interaction happen, and then he just hands you. He just nods.
I'll
his head.
probably just try to help him whatever
Yeah.
he needs until he's ready.
He gets up and then he hands you the soup, just panahedan, and then goes back to cooking. Away from the vegetables, he's got massive, what looks like full-on Bronto carcasses that he is butchering for the dragons. And
The baby deserves Tritos.
I'll turn around. There's Ulrich. You
Home strip
might
over
be
me because
better.
you're so much taller than me. Hello.
You might be a better choice to take it down or to him. He doesn't know me.
I know. I know this is a lot that you got thrown into very suddenly. A lot of overwhelming things you got tossed into. I understand.
part of being a warden, I guess. Right?
This is not a warden thing. This is just the clusterfuck that is this group. That's just all this is. There's oh, you should have been here. A year ago, I don't think you would have known even then what to do. We were worse, believe it or not. We were so much worse. They were. I got worse.
I mean, other than it knocking a prison out of the sky, to be fair, we had to because we had to kill the demon. We didn't do too bad. Would have been nice to save the rest of the people.
There is that. But, you know what? He'll kind of like tap her lightly on, like, I guess the thigh, because that's probably the best part that he could probably hit, like, without it getting too weird. It's like, hey, did pretty good with your first mission with this clusterfuck.
Thanks. Sorry about the whole lightning at your head. I did say duck. Not that you could have.
Not the worst situation I'd been in. So, not bad. Very
It's
badass.
fair. Thanks. Do you ever get time to actually figure out what you're doing before you just decide to go do it?
I guess that depends on the situation we're thrusted into.
Fair enough.
For me, I can't really speak for them, but for me, it's always been follow the orders that I've been given by my superiors. So it was like for me in the Inquisition, pretty easy transition when I'm in the Grey Wardens now.
If it helps,
So-
I grew up at the Grey Wardens and I'm still getting used to things. But it does get easier. They're not all grumpy. Then again, it seems like the ones you
You've
know
seen
aren't
Ellie.
the grumpiest.
You've seen Ellie and Thorn.
They're really easy to play pranks on because they don't pay attention to it.
Not that I pull any, but I'll keep that in mind for someone that I did used to know.
No.
You grow up around that many sticks in the mud. We should get
We're
this up
looking
to
at
him.
one. Yeah, let's go. I think you should come with me. More calmer situation to get to know him. He is not as... There's a lot more to that kid than he puts a show on. He just
Sure.
takes a while to show even
just-
a flash of the true self of him.
I just figured he wanted to sleep. Also, they're tying him up.
Yeah, no, they're doing that.
Someone's going to have
Yeah.
to feed him.
Still not
Mira
really
will.
certain why that's happening, but
I guess-
whatever.
Magic. Okay, magic shit. I know nothing about magic shit. I've only been able to dream in the past year. Still fucking weird. I'm still not used to... I've been around... I hung out with 2 mages. And I'm still not used to all the shit that they are able to do and got into because, like I said, a lot happened within this clusterfuck within a very short period of time that we will fill you in on later. So that way you can be caught up and not as confused as you probably have been this entire day.
I know a bit, although it's just, you're all just a lot. And then you throw Thorn in there and he, flat out didn't tell me things. But at least,
Yeah.
at least Therashok didn't want to, throw me off the side of the ship the minute he realized I could cast magic. So that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a Kunari who does magic. That's not normal, usually, apparently.
Kind of figured.
So-
But, you know what? You're with us. You're gonna fit in just fine. Come on.
Okay.
And as
Carry
you,
the soup up.
and as you two head upstairs, we have 2 more things we're going to do. First, Amaris. You have a lot of things that you could probably tell your beloved. Are you going to do so now? or wait until you get to talk to Anders?
A bit of both. I'm actually going to see where the Arashok and Varric are.
Varric is in the room Anders is in. He and Hawk are sitting by his bedside, both looking like they're looking at a ghost.
Amaris comes to them, just knocking on the doorframe, and leans against it. How certain are you this is your Anders?
He looks. He's like, all right, Rubies. Let me tell you. This guy, you spend enough time around him, you know when something's off. When I met whoever is into Vinter, he didn't seem like the blondie I knew. 1 second looking at this guy, and there's my hopeless, decrepit little fuck up. And Hawks looks up. That spirit that's in him, I definitely know. And Hawk doesn't say anything. But she does look up. She stops for a minute, looks down at Anders. She's holding a sending stone, which you recognize. It's the one she uses to talk with Fenris. And she looks up at you. I guess it's even more of a reason to send Fenris after that bastard, isn't it?
His search would have been fruitless otherwise, I see. Have you told him already?
No. Part of me thinks it'd be a little funny to have Anders send him a sending, but he'd probably be mad at me. But then I'd give him the puppy dog eyes and everything would be okay.
That sounds like something I should best leave to the three of you then. As far as he'll know from me, the focus that he's been searching for has been located.
Well,
More information to come as of yet.
Right. So are you gonna tell Asha? Because this makes things really fucking weird back in Taventa, doesn't it?
It does. I need to know who is sitting on the Argent throne. I need to know who is this pretender third party of the Triumvirate.
Well, probably makes more sense that it's not Anders, if that makes... Because I thought it was a little weird they would have let a Ferelden mage anywhere near the Magisterium.
That is the uproar. My question is, why pose as him? Why not any other stranger? Why not a whole new identity, a mage no one has heard of?
Freedom fighter? Anti-Olesian chantry? Mage supremacist in some people's eyes? Or maybe whoever's masquerading at him is just so fucking bad that even the Magisterium wouldn't tolerate them.
Ah, the Magisterium. My city has gone to shit, Hawk.
It wasn't
I would see it
always?
cleansed and purged. No, even prior to this, there was shit, but order. And reasonable levels of tradition, but this goes beyond that.
Well, that settles it. I'm going to stay and help you and your friends out. You're welcome. And she just walks out of the room, puts a hand on Varric's shoulder. And as she does, she walks over to you and she just uses a telepathic speech. Best give Varric a minute alone with him. He... You know.
I understand. Also, Fenris will like having you around more. And leaves it at that. After that discussion with some reassurance from the people who actually know Anders, he is going to cast sending to Asha.
Okay.
And As per his opener to denote that this is something serious, it opens with, "Most holy, we have news of what has happened. Please inform Gaius and Fenris that the focus has been located and brought to custody. I need you to close our circles as tight as possible. There are rats in both the houses of Varro and your own, and also pretenders from the Archon's palace. The one who sits on the Argent throne, who acts in place of Archon, does not seem to be the Anders that our enemies presented. Do not tell Fenris, but we have just recovered the true Anders and the true spirit of justice that resides within him. We do not know who is acting in the interests of the Triumvirites and the Venatori at this stage. Proceed with the utmost caution, I beg you."
The response you get is quick and to the point. "Understood, my love. I will be sure to close our circles tight, as well as investigate my theories a bit more. I have an inkling as who sits on the throne." And that's all he says. And then we're going to pan over to Ellie. Ellie, you see Thorn, and you start walking over to him, and he pulls up his armor and pulls a red lyrium shard out of his midsection, and red veins start to spread from a wound. And that's where we're going to end the episode.
Are you fucking kidding
Stop for
me?
Ellie. Shit, I was waiting.
All right, so that is where we're going to end the episode, and we're going to start next episode with that. So, thank you all so much for watching this first episode of Dragon Age The Wolfguard. We will return with episode 2, where the party will have to decide where they're going from here and what they're doing from here. There's an imposter sitting upon the throne of the Tevinter Imperium. There's a civil war between the Kunari, and there's a war between Orlais and Ferelden. A lot of things that need to be dealt with. And of course, the lingering threat of the Dreadwolf. So, thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't already, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't, and we will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.